Welcome. This is Ryan of Happy, Healthy, Vegan, coming to you with my regularly scheduled, regularly planned Friday live stream. For me right now, it's just a couple minutes shy of 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you're watching, this is the time I come on. If you're a regular watcher, you probably know that anyway. If you're watching after the fact, you know this does still stay up on YouTube once we're done. Hello, you can watch. You just won't be able to enjoy the live chat, which gets really fun and entertaining. It's a great little community here. And I suggest if you're watching after the fact, remember these Friday evening live streams. Again, at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So just do the math. That's 9 on the East Coast, and everything in between. Yeah, it's a little late for people in Europe, and that's why I try to do midweek live streams as well. But I'm just kind of a creature of habit. By the time I'm ready to live stream, it's usually somewhere around 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But I do try my best. And I did a midweek live stream this week, Wednesday, testing out, kind of beta testing my new computer system. And I discovered a few little things I needed to tweak. They're all tweaked now. Knock on some wood here. Yes, I do have a wood desk actually, and hopefully it's all good. And I think I'm ready to go. I'm ready for prime time. So I want to welcome everyone. I especially want to welcome my moderator, Peter. Thanks for being here, Peter. And I'm so shocked. That you are, sounds like you got hit pretty hard with COVID there. I'm shocked because you're, for one, I remember on the Wednesday live stream, I didn't remember you saying anything about yourself. I knew you had your family overseas is sick, particularly your grandmother. And yeah, I'm surprised, and I hope you're feeling better, Peter. Yeah, I know you're fully vaccinated and everything. It just shows you, vaccinations really don't really, as far as I'm not just giving opinions, statistics I'm citing here, prevent infection like they used to before Omicron. It really helps with reducing severe COVID, like 96% reduction in hospitalization, similar reduction in death. So, so hopefully, Peter, you will be not too bad. You were a little tired on Wednesday, okay, but you now feel worse than a little tired. Let's see. But if you're a little better, it wasn't so bad, a little better now. So when did it really hit you, Peter? Was it like Thursday or was it before that, before Wednesday's live stream, and you were just already kind of recovering? Let me know. I'm just kind of wondering where you're at. Huh, okay, how come vaccines aren't vegan? Okay, what's your take on that? Are there any animal products in like... I mean, yeah, old school vaccines, which were made like using eggs and stuff, yeah, it's obviously not vegan. But as far as I'm aware, all the COVID-19 vaccines, particularly the messenger RNA ones, are devoid of all animal products. And if anyone tries to tell you that, they're just making stuff up because that's not fact. But anyway, I'm kind of curious where you're coming, why you're saying they're not vegan. And also, okay, you're saying vegans shouldn't take them? Because remember, as far as possible and practicable, and even the Vegan Society, the guys who came up with the definition of veganism, emphasize that as far as possible and practical. If you need to take a medication, take it. Even if it had come from an egg or whatever. But, yeah, okay, yeah. Why do they use animals? Let me ask you this, okay, have you ever ate an Impossible Burger or just egg? Just answer me that question, and we'll continue on with the vaccine question. Hey, Dr. Bear, thank you for the first super chat tip of the day there, or the evening.
Interview with a libertarian. It was odd to me to hear a so-called libertarian appeal to the government as evidence whether something is moral or not.
Yeah, thanks, Dr. Bear. I've been wanting to watch that. I've seen that come up in my feed many times. I just been super busy with my ill cat, and then I got my new computer on Monday, and I've just been like hardcore working on that. So I haven't watched any vegan content all week, like none. So yeah, I want to watch that. I know he's on Rich Roll. A lot of stuff going on with Ed right now, but I like to watch his interviews because often I respond to them because there's usually some very response-worthy things to mention there. Anyway, hey, Griven Babies, good to see you, Griven Babies, as always. Okay, I've never eaten an Impossible Burger. How about just egg? Curious if you've ever had a just egg product. Just curious. Or have you ever, like, say, taken a Tylenol or an acetaminophen if you've had a headache? Just kind of curious if you've ever taken, like, you know, have a headache or some kind of pain. Maybe at the dentist, they give you some kind of Novocaine-like thing if they're going to yank a tooth out or something like that. Just kind of curious. Let's see, what's that? So regardless of the amount of animal testing on Impossible Burgers versus vaccine, what do you mean the amount? The thing is, the only reason why Impossible Burgers had to get tested is because the government required it. The only reason why just egg was tested is because the government was asking them to. And same with any drug that goes through the FDA. I heard aspirin is the only one that somehow didn't go through FDA testing, but every drug, every prescription, everything anything prescribed, non-prescribed, has gone through FDA testing. Unfortunately, there's organizations like the PCRM, Dr. What's his name, Neil Bernard's organization, who are lobbying Washington, and there's others, to not require animal testing on most of these trials. But so you don't take anything, okay? Like, what if you had to take a medication to help keep you alive? I know a few of us on our live stream right now, I'm not going to call anyone's name out, but I know a few of you guys are hardcore vegans and have no issues taking a medicine that you need to be alive. So here's the whole thing, okay? If there's a medication you need to take and it had to go through animal testing, unfortunately, as part of the FDA approval process, that's just, again, as far as possible and practicable. It's not possible really to go take a Tylenol. You've never taken any pain I don't believe you. You've never taken a medicine in your life. And if you get hospitalized, say you get in a car accident, you'll tell them, if you're conscious, don't put any medicines in me because my vegan beliefs forbid me. Let's look at the definition of vegan. Okay, so get your drinking cups out, guys. Because I think people are not really understanding what it means to be vegan. Yeah, we're against all forms of cruelty and exploitation of animals. I fully am with you on that. But as far as possible and practicable, you might drive over a bug or a rodent when you're driving, or your food delivery trucks that go to the supermarkets might hit an animal. There might be some crop deaths. And again, as far as taking life-saving medications or pain-relieving medications or medications to control conditions you might have with any parts of your bodies, organs and such. There's nothing in here in the definition of veganism that says don't take a medicine to save your life. Veganism is not asking us to die. Veganism is not asking us to live unnecessarily with pain. But yeah, I admire someone like, okay, you're lucky. You're lucky. You don't have to take any medications. You don't ever have to go to the dentist and get like something like a root canal or even a cavity filling or something like that. Hell, I try it. I got all my mercury fillings removed without any pain relief, no medications, nothing. I've done it before, but sometimes the cavity though is worse than that, and I've had to get shots before for cavities. So anyway, my point is, nowhere in the definition does it say that we need to die for our beliefs. If we're hospitalized and they have to like operate on us, you can't say, no, don't operate on me because you'll inject me with some chemical to make the pain go away. It's tested on animals. So you're kind of on your own there. Okay, I'm not like trying to, yes, they are necessary. There are people, I know people that need pharmaceuticals to sustain their lives just because you're fortunate enough to not have a condition where you need so. But I know for a fact there's people right now on the live stream that do need to take medications in order for their lives to either sustain or be manageable given the conditions they have. So be blessed, okay, that you are healthy and don't have anything you need right now as far as like a condition that you need to treat. So anyway, you're great. Give you a little star for being a top-notch vegan there. But nowhere, I just want to point out, nowhere in the definition of veganism does it say that we need to die for our beliefs or that we must live with unbearable pain needlessly for our beliefs. Oh, I'm not a vegan then. Oh, actually, you have your own definition of veganism here. And in fact, want me to show you the part of the Vegan Society's webpage here where they say, no, we're not against taking medications. We're not against like COVID vaccinations or anything like that. So you have your own extreme definition of veganism, which forbids you to never take any drug, any aspirin. I guess you could take aspirin, but never any like Tylenol or anything like that. if you have surgery, you're just going to grin and bear it as they cut open to you to repair your broken arm from a car crash. That's cool. Yeah, big star for being perfect. The rest of us are not perfect. You know better than the definition of veganism here. But this definition has been around since the 1940s. And these are the same people are saying, don't die for veganism. If you need to take a drug, a pill, operation, do it. You know, there's nothing cool about dying for your belief. There's nothing cool about that. And there's nothing cool about living needlessly with pain for the rest of your life if you have some kind of pain type condition. So anyway, here's Graven Babies saying Graven Babies is a hardcore vegan. So you're telling Graven Babies is not a vegan. So you're telling Graven Babies to not take her medication. Is that what you're telling Graven Babies? She said she probably couldn't live. So okay, if I understand you, are you telling Graven Babies if she wants to be a real vegan, she should just give up her life and die? Is that what you're saying? I would like to have some clarity on this, on your point of view here, because you said no drugs. I can quote you. I can put you on the poop wall. You said pharmaceuticals aren't necessary. And Graven Babies is saying here, pharmaceuticals are necessary for her to live. So are you telling her she would die? No, you answer my question. I want you to tell me if you want Graven Babies to stop taking her medication so she could be a more perfect vegan like yourself and probably cease to be while being a perfect vegan. Is that what you're asking for? Because that's not what veganism is asking for. And this is ridiculous. If you think that every vegan has no right to take any medication for the rest of his or her life, that's an extreme position. That's extreme. It's going beyond the definition of veganism. It's going beyond what the creators of the definition say. So let me know if you want... So as Graven Baby, she's had to have surgery to remove half of her thyroid, and now is forced to take thyroid medication for life. Well, I'm telling you, you didn't answer the question. Okay, you just said, you want me to put your words on the poop wall, because I'll scroll back up. You said pharmaceuticals aren't necessary. Let me know, guys, if you would like me to put that up there, because that's what you said. You said pharmaceuticals are not necessary. And here we have a hardcore ethical vegan, Graven Babies, who's saying she has to, because of past thyroid surgery, she must take medication in order to live. No, this is my show. You answer my question. You want me to put your words up here? I will do it since you're like being pushy here. Let me go back and find it. It's not even worth it. You said pharmaceuticals are necessary. And we have someone who says, she must take it. Yeah. Who takes thyroid medication for fun? So yes or no? Are you telling us that Graven Baby should just toss her medication right now? I'd like to hear if that's your position, because that's what would follow if you were consistent, if you were not a hypocrite and you were true to your word when you said up top there that pharmaceuticals are not necessary. That's what would follow. I'm not dodging the question. I'm not scared to answer your question, because here's the whole point. I'm showing the absurdity of people that have positions like you who claim that vegans shouldn't take medication. So if a vegan needed to take a life-saving medication, you're telling that vegan to just die, right? Because it was tested on animals, so don't take it. That's an extreme position, and that's a radical position. And that's a position that makes vegans look pretty bad if people think, oh, vegans are just going to die rather than like take a simple medication to save their lives. And here's the whole thing you're missing out again. As far as possible and practicable, we live in an imperfect world. Unfortunately, the way the laws are constructed in our government is that medications need to be tested on animals. That's not a majority of people. If she needs it to live, that's okay, you suppose. What do you mean suppose? These are okay or not? So you're saying you're not sure. You might want her to die. You're kind of 50-50. Yeah, Graven Babies could live or die. You're not really too certain either way, you suppose. Anyway, so anyway... yeah, if you want to live a life where you never take any medications or any drugs, that's your choice. But again, you're not going by the definition of veganism, and you're not going by what the creators of the definition of veganism have came out and told vegans. Like, no, nowhere in here does it say you should die for your cause or be needlessly stuck in pain for your ethical beliefs. As far as possible and practicable, it's not possible or practicable for some of us to live without medications. Is she objectively okay? So you're not sure if Graven Babies is more valuable than the animals that were killed objectively. What do you think about that, Graven Babies? That is trying to make a kind of a comparison there between you and the animals. I don't think Graven Babies is stoked to take medications. None of us are, but we want to live. Here's the thing: are you asking people to just lay down and die? That's the only alternative. That's it. Okay, you can't get out of this dilemma. If you're not sure if Graven Babies is worth objectively the animals who were tested on it, therefore you're saying Graven Babies should consider not taking the medicine and therefore pretty much committing suicide. See, that's an extreme. You have an extreme belief there. Yeah, we're at a loss for word, Graven Babies. And we actually have a vegan here suggesting that a fellow vegan stop taking her life-saving medication so she can die and just die needlessly. Would it be ethical to take it if humans was being killed or not? I say, you mean testing on humans? I think that's a bizarre hypothetical question. It's not being tested on humans, and if so, the humans aren't being killed. There are clinical trials, and that's fine and ethical. They're not like killing the subjects once the experiments are done or anything like that. So. That's an irrelevant hypothetical. I'm trying to go with you. Like, what are you saying? Like, they will kill the humans after the experiment? Is that what you're saying? Like, they'll intentionally kill some humans to test a drug? I can't even imagine a world where that would happen. I mean, it'd be a really fucked up world. Excuse my language there. So the animal should just lay down and die so the humans can live. Well, you're basically saying Graven Babies should die. That's what I'm hearing from you. That Graven Babies, as a human, you just want her to die. That's what am I hearing you wrong? You're saying seriously she should just consider laying down and dying. Maybe I'm misunderstanding you in some way, and you can clarify. I'm not trying to misrepresent you, but from your words here, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that Graven Baby should lay down and die, or at least she should seriously consider it. Am I misunderstanding you? If I am, please explain to me where I've gone wrong in interpreting your position here. Anyway, Here's like a Dr. Bear here. Let's see. Graven Baby says, I'm going to take my pills and continue to watch to make sure my thyroid doesn't turn to cancer. So you're a jerk, apparently. And Dr. Bear says, yeah, Graven Babies doesn't have any other option. If Graven Babies could take vegan medication, she would. Obviously. No brainer. You're literally just asking her to die, which we all find very offensive. You're telling a human to not take a life-saving medication because it's not a vegan thing to do. We understand we're vegans because we're against exploiting animals, but you don't understand. Do you understand what the words as far as possible and practicable mean here? There's, as far as possible and practical in this context, mean you don't need to die for your beliefs. You don't have to commit suicide to be a vegan. Can you imagine if the word got out that veganism means suicide, meaning you can never take a drug again? So you'll eventually just, if you're a you're a non-vegan and you're on thyroid medication like Graven Babies, and you were to become vegan because you know it's wrong to harm animals, but then as soon as you become vegan, you'd have to kill yourself because it's wrong to take the thyroid medication. Okay, so here's your position. Okay, you don't want her to die, obviously. Good, thank you. That takes a big load off us here. But I don't want the animals to die either. Neither does Graven Babies. Do you understand? What is she to do? Tell me. Okay, what is she to do? You objectively don't think the the value of a human life is more than an animal's. Okay, fine. Yeah, but what is Graven Babe? She probably thinks the same thing too. She doesn't like to harm animals. What is she to do? She needs to take her medication or else she will die. So this whole value in the life of an animal more than human, I understand that, but what is a person supposed to do? Like just die? I mean, I'm trying to be practical here. You're stuck in the world of philosophy and conceptual and abstract thinking. I'm getting down to the real world here. Say Graven Baby thinks, it's wrong to harm animals. She believes that. What is she to do? What options? Let me know. What options does she have? Anyway, Sarah, I was going to open up your box from the post office. Let me message Angie to bring me the post office box stuff. Bring me the P.O. box, not pink box, P.O. box. Oh man, it keeps wanting to autocorrect this crap. The mail I forgot. When you get a chance. Yes, I did go to the P.O. box yesterday. That was part of my errands I ran yesterday. So anyway, why leave Graven Babies out of it? Because Graven Babies is a real world example. And unfortunately, I think you're stuck in this world, like I said, of just academic thinking, like in an ivory tower, just like purely conceptual. And we're talking about real world examples of the logical consequences of your conceptual theory here, that you're asking vegans to consider dying. And I don't think that is right, just because you're against, and we're all against any kind of testing on animals, but unfortunately we can't change the laws, and we're trying. PCRM is trying, there's other organizations trying, but things don't happen all that quickly. And Graven Babies doesn't have too many options. And you're saying she should, I'm trying to understand, are you saying she should strongly consider the option of not taking her thyroid meds and dying as a result? I mean, what options does she have? I mean, let's just be real here. You're saying I'm dodging questions. I'm just trying to get some, see how a real world person, a real world vegan is supposed to navigate this real world situation rather than stuck in the concepts. You're saying, I don't believe a human's life is objectively worth more than an animal's. And we can say that, and I understand where that sentiment comes from. We shouldn't harm animals needlessly. That's what veganism. Don't exploit animals. Don't harm animals. It's absolutely needless to kill animals, raise animals for food, clothing. We don't need them. There's perfectly fine substitutes. However, Graven Babies and others of us don't have perfectly fine substitutes for medications. That's the huge difference there. There's substitutes for food, clothing, all that stuff. But for an FDA-approved drug, there's not too many options. So anywhere, hey, Tracy's here. Okay, you put him or her in the timeout corner to think for a bit. Thank you so much, Tracy. I don't understand these vegans that really, he or she was really telling Graven Babies to consider maybe stopping her life saving medication and therefore commit suicide. Like, think about that. People say veganism is a cult. If they hear that vegans are pro-suicide, I mean, you have to die in some cases to be vegan. I mean, we're gonna look like the craziest people in the world. Like, no, I'm totally against these extremist vegans, ones that really are just have these extreme beliefs. I mean, there's all sorts of extreme beliefs, like you should never eat cooked food, only drink juices the rest of your life, or never take a medication even if your life depends on it. So anyway, let's end this discussion. We spent enough time dealing with that. And Peter raises a good point. A lot of the animal testing, you do it once. You get FDA approval, and it's done. As far as I know, they don't make you test on animals continually. You get FDA approval, you're approved, then you're cool. If someone's in the pharmaceutical biz and wants to add to that, maybe I stated it too simply there, but let me know if you know more than I do about that. I'm not sure what these extreme vegans are. I think people just get too caught up in the conceptual aspects of veganism. And yeah, it's a great concept. A way of living which seeks to exclude, and they forget that as far as possible and practicable point, all forms of cruelty and exploitation to animals. It's not possible and practicable for some of us to forego medications or forego a surgery in which they will give you some kind of anesthesia and other medications. It's not possible or practical. Veganism is not asking you to kill yourself. And anyone who thinks that might not want to watch my content, because I don't want to be associated with people who are suggesting vegans contemplate suicide. A proponent of unlimited carbs? No, you're confusing me with Duran Ryder. I'm a proponent of non-carb fear. I know many vegans who are not constantly, but often facing or just countering people's misinformation about carbs in society. You hear people talking, yeah, I'm trying to get lean and fit like you guys. I remember this when I was on an athletes panel at a Veg Fest. But, it's really hard to cut the carbs. And me and Robert Cheek and Will Tucker are saying, no, carbs, what do you mean? There's no one up here that's afraid of carbs. None of us cut carbs. Carbs are, it's one of the 3 macronutrients. How can any one of the 3 macronutrients be demonized or vilified? They're all fine. And so, as a vegan, you're probably going to have a higher carbohydrate-rich diet than non-vegans, simply due to the fact that most plants are carbohydrate rich. Yeah, you have nuts and seeds, avocados and stuff like that, but you're really not going to base a diet on those, really, right? I mean, let's get real. I mean, you could, but it's not that common, and I don't know how practical that is as far as like a nutritional standpoint to base your vegan diet on nuts, seeds, and avocados. But my point is, yeah, not afraid of carbs one bit. I eat rice, potatoes, bananas every day. I love them. But a lot of times when people say they're cutting carbs, they're talking about donuts. They're talking about bread, which is high in carbohydrate, and just soaked in like some oil to produce this fatty, carby thing. That's not carbs anymore, even though it gets called carbs. French fries. I hear people say, ooh, I can't eat carbs. I go, the potato is high carb, but once it becomes a French fry, it's high fat. So, I'm just trying to clarify to just lay people what a carb is and what a carb is not. And carbs are nothing to be afraid of. Okay, what did you say that was offensive? I will tell you, okay, you don't need to pressure our great moderator, Trace, here. You actually, and I could scroll back up, told Graven Babies maybe she should consider dying by giving up her medication because you didn't value her life any more than an animal's. You're basically telling her to contemplate killing herself. That is offensive and extreme. So you might want to give her an apology, if anything, instead of saying you weren't being offensive. You might not think that's offensive, but I don't think Graven Babies was going, hell yeah, give me a high five there. Yeah, I'm going to contemplate killing myself, So it probably didn't make her feel good. So I would suggest giving Graven Babies an apology. Okay, I'm telling you, okay. Would you tell her maybe something to, clarify that you didn't intend to suggest that she contemplate killing herself, okay? That is extreme, and if you didn't mean that, should apologize right now that it came off as sounding like that. Hopefully you didn't mean that, and I'm pretty sure you didn't mean that, so apologize that you, unfortunately, your choice of words made it seem like you were telling her to contemplate killing herself because vegans can't take thyroid medicine. Yeah, that was offensive, huh, Graven Baby? So we're waiting for an apology. Again, you may not, you may have not seen what you said as being offensive, but pretty much everyone else here did. So you might want to kind of read the room and say, yeah, maybe, don't be a narcissist here. Be just honest. Maybe you said something that didn't really come off the way that you intended it to be. Yeah, Tracy, good point. Intention of words doesn't excuse or erase the reaction to words stated. if you want to call us speciesist, throw that out there. You know, if I or Graven Babies decides to take a life-saving medication because there are no vegan options. Again, we don't eat meat, we don't consume dairy products, we don't wear leather and furs and crap like that because A, we don't need them, and B, there are vegan options. But as far as life-saving drugs, we need them and there are no options. You get that? We need and there are no options. But for food and clothing, we don't need them, and there are vegan options. So it's a complete apples to oranges comparison. It's a faulty comparison. They're not really comparable because of the lack of alternatives in the medications case. Do you understand that distinction there? It's not a comparable thing. There are no alternatives. Zero. Unless you just want to take aspirin. I'm saying don't be narcissistic and I'm not saying you are. I'm saying don't be narcissistic and try to defend something you may have stated that didn't come across the way that you wanted. Just say, hey, I'm sorry if you guys thought I was suggesting Graven Babies kill herself. I didn't mean that. Okay, that's all we're asking. Wow. Okay. You're not apologizing. I did not see an apologize. You got mad that I say don't be like a narcissist. I didn't say you are a narcissist. I said don't be narcissistic. We can rewind the tape here and watch it. I said don't be narcissistic. Doesn't mean you are narcissistic. I'm saying don't be narcissistic and be the kind of person who will just defend a position when it's obviously wrong. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Don't be like that. But anyway, you know, if you want to sit here and just bitch at me, we'll kick your butt out of here. I want to see an apology to Graven Babies, okay? And you're saying we're not vegans. People like me and Graven Babies are not real vegans. You said that. I can roll your comment. I should have been putting this on the poop all the whole time. You said we are not vegans because we take... What medications do I take? Well, I had a cavity last year. And every time I go to the dentist... Because I told you, when I got my mercury fillings removed, I received no pain medication whatsoever. He was impressed that I was able to do that. So every time I go to the dentist and they need to like do some kind of procedure or whatever, I say, let's try no medication first and see how it goes. Well, last time there was a deep cavity. I mean, he had to really get down into the gum and he was going at it. I said, whoa, this is crazy. I can't do this without medication. The only way to get in there and fix the cavity was to inject me with whatever pain drug that is. So yeah, what would you have me do? Okay, just kind of curious. I don't know if you're timed out, but what option do I have to not fill the cavity and let my teeth rot out? Let me know. The option was to either, let my teeth go to hell or receive a treatment, a medication, an FDA tested one, I assume, so the cavity could be fixed. What other options are there? Please let me know. I'm all about real world veganism, not this heady conceptual ivory tower kind of veganism. The reason for the timeout, the apology was not an apology. Let me see this non-apology, Tracy. Let me check it out here. It's scrolling away so quickly. Ryan backpedaled. Oh no. What did I backpedal? I've been consistent on. Here's the thing. I don't know who you are, okay? I don't recall you from the live stream so much, but I've been on here for years saying the same exact thing. My position is, for better or worse, hasn't changed. Yeah, I mean, some people consider that a flaw, but my position has been very consistent. I'm against all forms of cruelty and exploitation of animals. Otherwise, other than things that are like you can't avoid as far as possible and practicable. What am I supposed to do when I'm at the dentist? Just say, hey, I'm just gonna let my teeth rot out? What is Graven Baby supposed to do about her life-saving thyroid medication? Nothing's changed. And I'm not exploiting animals, but I don't want to die, and Graven Baby doesn't want to die either. Not having great answers. the person's actually bringing up the inconvenient realities to vegans. What is inconvenient? I'm saying this is, again, I'm not making this. This is part of the definition of veganism. This is a fine, perfectly acceptable answer. Veganism is not asking us to die for our cause. How is that, what you call that, an inconvenient reality? Yeah, it sucks. It sucks that there's no alternative. That's the whole problem here. There's no reason to eat animal products. There are alternatives. There's no reason to wear leather. There are alternatives. Fur, there are alternatives. There's no alternative to medications. There's none. It's you can't compare the two situations. There's an essentially huge difference between the two scenarios. So anyway, yeah, Tracy, what's so hard about the word practicable? It's not practicable to let your tooth rot. It's not practicable to just die because you refuse to take your medication. I mean, what am I missing here? Where in veganism, again, if you know better than me, you extreme vegans, tell me, where in the definition of veganism does it imply or state explicitly that we must die for our moral beliefs? Please tell me that, because it doesn't say anything about this. And again, if you read through more of their site here, they make it very clear that vegans should take medications when you need to take them, when prescribed, or they're not saying to get sick or experience pain needlessly. I'm not making this up. This is just real. This is how it works out in the real world. Yeah, but yeah, Tracy, I'm with you. Why can't people understand the words possible and practicable? As far as possible and practicable, what is, do we need to look up what those words mean? Is that the problem? Is that too heady for some people? Yeah, don't worry, be happy. We do the best we can to avoid animal suffering and exploitation of animals. We do the best we can. Yeah, I bought bananas yesterday. Did some animal get harmed in the whole process of growing the bananas, harvesting the bananas, getting the bananas sent to Long Beach? Maybe so, but that doesn't make me not vegan. That's fine, Humus Hero. If they can disagree with that argument, that's fine. I'm just saying, I would like to know what they would say as far as what should Graven babies do. Would any of these people argue that Graven babies should commit suicide, essentially, by giving up her medication? I'm just being real world here. So a lot of these people, I'm not saying any of these guys you mentioned are like this, but stay in these like strictly thought experiment worlds. And I'm here in the real world with a real vegan here, Graven Babies, someone I know who's been a long time here. What would they say is the only option? Humus Hero, just curious, what would they say? Graven Babies, only options are this: she must take her thyroid medication or die. So I don't see any other option. What would these other people, like you're saying, Cosmic Skeptic or other, what would they say Graven Babies does? I'm curious, would they say Graven babies must die? She must commit suicide? I'm saying there's no option. To me, there's no option. It's a no-brainer. You take your medication. There's Debbie, another vegan that takes thyroid meds, just like Graven babies here. Yeah, what critical thinking and logical argument are they using? They're yeah, let me think if I can identify that, Uncle Walt. Good question. Oh, I don't know. I know for sure they're not reading as far as possible and practicable. And I'm just thinking, what I'm using in the tool is, let's explore the logical consequences of this position of never taking drugs as a vegan. And the logical consequence is that you're asking people to kill themselves, people to die, people to experience pain perpetually and needlessly. What's up with that? What kind of cruel people want other people to commit suicide for their beliefs? Anyway, let's move on. This has gone on long enough. What else can we talk about, guys? Crop dust, off dieting. Let's see, Jetsterman, you've been Vegan for 8 years now. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. See, you're still with us, right? Despite what all these carnivores and anti-vegans say that we're not getting the necessary nutrients to sustain life. Show them off there. Let's see. Let me scroll back up here, see what's going on. Yeah, fellow cult members, huh, AJ? Yeah, have you been here, AJ? I wasn't sure if you were following, because some people are saying that veganism is like a death cult. We should kill ourselves if the cause asks us to or requires us to. Pretty scary stuff. Yeah, Uncle, my computer is getting more dialed in by the day. I got it on Monday, and every day, Angie knows, I've just been in here tweaking stuff and adding more things to it, more software, more plugins, more applications, and making sure everything's configured. Because this is a complicated setup. I have a full-blown music production system here. A professional level one as far as the sophistication of the software and hardware. Then I have a video production system here too. Both for A, live streaming like I'm doing right now, and B, for recording video like when I respond to Joe Rogan. So there's a lot of things that need to be working, a lot of systems in place or that need to get in place, and I've been slowly but surely getting everything happening here. So I think knock on wood, I think it's good now. I think we're all good. I think I can start doing everything again. I'm ready to start making new videos and all. Let's see. Let's see, Dr. Bear, I see your super chat tip there. Thanks so much, Dr. Bear. What is it? Why is it hard for folks to understand that not eating animals is very easy? I know it's extremely easy to not eat an animal, right? But going without all medications, a little bit more difficult, causes suffering, preventable suffering, because you could take a medication, and death. Conflating the two is a mistake. Yeah, exactly what I said. We have options when it comes to eating. We have options. Vegan options, non-vegan options. When pharmaceuticals are concerned, you only have aspirin. That's the only thing that hasn't gone through FDA testing in the United States. You don't have the options like you do with choosing plants over corpses and secretions. Anyway, hey, Tina. Wow, 15 years as a bus operator? Holy moly. Congrats there. Wow, what's that like? But in pleasant San Diego, about a little bit before we started our YouTube channel, Angie and I seriously considered moving to San Diego. It's kind of like Long Beach, kind of, sort of climate-wise and coolness-wise, and just like the weather a little bit better there. A little more nature, I guess, than what we got out here. Oh yeah, I'm asking Angie to bring me the package. Let's see if I don't think she got my text there. Let me see if she got it. Yeah, I saved your package here, Sarah, so I could open it up live on the live stream. And I think she's playing a video game right now. I don't think she can hear me. Let me text her one more time. Can you hear me? Did you see my text? You get my text. If that doesn't work, I'll message her on Instagram. I'll find her one way or another. What's that, Tracy? Sandy married there? San Diego. Yeah, it's anywhere along the coast, Tracy. Here, is a bit more expensive than not being near the coast. We're lucky. Oh, Angie's playing a game and has both cats on her. Okay, I'll say okay. I'm just gonna run out and grab it. I'm gonna run out and grab the mail, guys. 1 second. Do I have a be right back? Let's see if I have a be right back. I think I have a be right back, guys. Don't go away. I'm gonna go and grab the mail. Don't run. If anyone comes in, hey, what's happened? Just say he ran to grab. It's just like I'll be back in 15 seconds, 20 seconds tops. Be right back. All right, here we go. How long did it take? Did you guys I need some water, man. I burned some calories, burned some carbs there, huh? Wait, is someone trying to like debunk veganism right now? Laughing my ass off. That person actually got you to debunk veganism, or at least your definition. You said it's okay to kill animals. Okay, before I open the package here, let's explore this clown trying to debunk veganism here. Cause no, oh gosh, this is funny. Anyway, let's get it up on the poop wall. Okay. All right, so let's check it out here. That person actually got you to debunk veganism, or at least your definition. No, let's look at my definition. It's a way of living. It's a philosophy that seeks to exclude, as far as possible and practicable, all forms of cruelty and exploitation to animals. All right, so this is the definition. In fact, the people that made this definition back in the 40s, the Vegan Society, said very clearly on their webpage that, yeah, taking medications, it's not possible or practicable to forego taking medications for the rest of your life as a vegan. It's not possible or practicable to ask vegans to kill themselves, essentially. So how did veganism get debunked here? I'm just going strictly off what the definition says and the way to interpret it. Where in the definition here does it say that vegans ought to kill themselves? If you can find that for me, No Name, maybe you'd have a point, but nowhere in here does it say veganism is a way of living where you can never harm an animal for any reason, even if you need a medication. You should just kill yourself if you need to take a medication. If you go to the dentist and they can't do the procedure to fill the cavity without a shot, just let your teeth rot. It doesn't say that anywhere in here. You came up with your own definition. No, I didn't get owned, you person, no named person here. Be specific. Where did the definition of veganism get debunked? Be very clear, because here is the definition of veganism: way of living, a philosophy which seeks to exclude, as far as possible and practicable, all forms of cruelty to animals. So where did that definition get debunked, Mr. No Name? And if you don't answer it, we're going to kick your butt off, because I have a package here to open from a viewer. So we'll give our No Name person, be clear. You just can't say you got, no. Be specific. How did I get owned? Where in this definition was something debunked? No Name. It's possible. It's possible I'm a leprechaun from planet Z-Box 7. It's possible, but it's not true. So anyway, be clear. Just don't say something's possible. Be specific. You just don't go to a philosophy class. It's possible that everything you have to give an argument. You just don't say it's possible. That's not good enough. So please tell us. Yeah, Graven babies. Yeah. What if you're in a car accident? You just refuse treatment and croak on the street. Is that what you're supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? Get shot by a gun, don't get treatment, just say, hey, I'm vegan, I'm just going to bleed out because that's what we're supposed to do? Like, is that what you're saying? Vegans are supposed to accept just basically or deny life-saving treatments. Where does it say that in the definition of veganism, which is, again, right here? How does your brain pull out from this definition that veganism is a way of living, and such that if you are faced with a choice to save your life through taking a medication or operational procedure, you should not do that, you should die? Where do you get that at? Where in your brain do you see this being asserted or implied? Okay, all right, No Name, since you are unable to answer any basic questions, all you can say, Ryan got owned. Tell me, I'll give you one more opportunity to show me how the definition of veganism got debunked here, or whatever you're claiming here. If you just say Ryan got owned, we're going to ban you, because I don't have time for this. Answer what? Answer what? We're just going to put you in timeout. I told you several times what to answer. If you cannot follow along, that's your problem. Anyway, to the P.O. box. I went there yesterday. It shows you how long we went. We got a card here for the holidays. It's a Christmas card. I feel so bad that I didn't get it. So if you're watching, Christine Kai, We got your Christmas card here. So thanks. Why am I showing it on the poop ball right now? Let me get the full screen here. So thanks for the Christmas holiday card. Maybe I'll save it for next holidays, but it shows you I don't go to our P.O. box all that often. But here we got a box here. I don't want to show any addresses. Well, actually our address is fine. Our P.O. box is a public known thing. If you want to send us anything, I'll show you our P.O. box address right here. Let's see if the camera will pick it up here. Yeah, box 391, Seal Beach, California 90740. So if you want to send us anything, feel free to send us stuff to the P.O. box. All right, so let's see what we got here. I think I know what it is. I remember Sarah telling me before. All right, here we go. I'm trying to open this up. Taped really well. All right, here we go. I don't think it's a vegan related thing. I think it's a music related thing. All right, so let's check it out here. So we got a card for Ryan and Angie. Let's check this out. All right. Angie's watching right now too. All right, so let's check this card out for us. Oh, beautiful butterfly. Awesome. Oh, there's a sticker in here. Butterfly sticker. And let's read the card here. If you don't mind, I hope you don't mind me reading your card, right, Sarah? It's cool? All right. Let's see. Whoa. Okay. Whoa, it's like upside down. Here it starts. Dear Ryan and Angie. Okay, it's for me. Okay, it's not personal, but it relates to a music thing. It's a Cocteau Twins. It's a band that I'm really into. One of the most influential bands on my music making. It's had this Cocteau Twins picture distance, the mid 1980s. Okay, it's always on your wall. All right, let's check it out. I'll read more of it later. Let's see. Okay, let's see. What else? You guys, thanks for... Here's what relates to here. This is not about the music now. Thanks for your contribution to the vegan community. You guys totally rock, and it's fun interacting with y'all on the live shows. Great, opportunity for us to open this now here. Happy springtime to you, XO. And I don't want to say your real name here, but she is Sarah Smith on the live chat. So let's check out this picture disc here. They keep all the butterfly stuff all in one spot too here. So there we go. Okay, if we have any people that want to debunk veganism, just wait a minute. I'll be done opening this gift here, and we will entertain people who think they have some great reason why veganism is debunked. So let's go here. All right, wrapped very well, because you're sending a piece of vinyl basically, right? All right, so now more wrapping. Wow, you did a great job. I think it got here 100% intact. And fortunately, I have some turntables, a turntable I could play this on. All right, first layer plastic. Jeez, I need Angie to help me open this. Oh, I think it's starting to come out. All right, 1 second, guys. Good thing I got scissors. It was kind of an afterthought to grab the scissors. Oh, I already see Simon's face, Simon Raymond. Hopefully I'm pronouncing his name right. I met them once before. I actually had a conversation with Simon and sort of with Robin. All right, here it comes. Here it is. Oh yeah. Here is the picture disc. Here's two of the Cocteau Twins. There's Simon and Liz Elizabeth Fraser, and Robin Guthrie, the main producer, guitarist. And this is cool. Maybe I can try to get my hair like this again. My hair was kind of like this before, like in the 80s, early 90s. Maybe I can do this again with my new shorter hair, kind of get this kind of thing going on here. But cool, thanks. I can't wait to play this. Interview picture disc, limited edition, made in England. Awesome. Totally awesome. I'm going to actually put it in the turntable right now so nothing bad happens to it. Let me just set it in here. All right, so it's safely protected, and thank you so much, Sarah. I can't wait to check it out. I don't think I've ever seen or heard that before. So it's a vintage pressing from the 80s during the Cocteau Twins, like early peak kind of years. Kind of peak creativity. their peak commerciality actually happened more in the early 90s. But anyway, thanks so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. From one Cocteau Twins fan to another. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you sending that to me, because I have quite a few Cocteau Twins pieces of vinyl back there. I'll let you know if it plays. Yeah, I'll definitely let you know next live stream if it plays. You probably had it safely protected up on your wall there. It wasn't being spun or anything. So it should play nicely. I'm hoping. It looked good from what I could tell. I didn't see a bunch of gashes or anything in it. So we'll check it out. But I didn't look at it that closely. I was more excited than anything right then. So thank you so much, Sarah. Much appreciated. Yeah, you sent it to the right person. I tell you, they were like my favorite band for so long. Like late 80s, all of the 90s, most of the early 2000s as well. Their sonic imprint is just forever in my brain and soul. I can't ever just think of music outside of everything I learned from listening to their music. I mean, there's other bands too I value greatly, but I think their sonic imprint lingers the most in me, I think. So thank you. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. I love our viewers, and thank you, Sarah. Why does Vegan Gain stream on live streams, Metalhead? I mean, on Fridays. Is he trying to compete with me or something? Anyway, whole different vibes though. Yeah, Peter, Angie just read me that bit of news earlier today. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Graven, I'm with you. I like vegans being nice to each other. Isn't that a nice thing, rather than vegans telling other vegans they should kill themselves for the cause, which is really frightening. But yeah. You're listening to some Joy Division, Fu Man. Yeah, getting 80s here. Jana, now I do have visible grays. Just the lighting kind of hides it, but I definitely have visible grays. But that said, I think I'll dye my hair with some henna again, not to hide the grays, because you're not seeing them, right? It reads as dark. I just want to have some fun, just to have a browner black kind of thing going on. Just why the hell not? You live once, have some fun there. Cruelty free. It's a completely vegan product. I just got it recently, so just a matter of time of doing it. But yeah, it's not to hide anything. You guys, I'm cool with how my hair looks. I just want to have fun. If teenagers can dye their hair, why can't I dye my hair, right? It's not even dye, it's henna. It's like a plant-based thing, it's not like dye, it's just a plant, it's a bunch of plants. It's vegan, It says on the thing, made vegan. Yeah, good point, Uncle. Vegans being nice to animals and people, huh? A lot of vegans don't understand, you should be nice to people too. It's we admire your dedication to animals, but why be a dick to people at the same time, It's a Graven Babies. Your hair's going gray. You wish it would hurry up. You want to look like Angie's, huh? Angie's is more of a genetic kind of gray, though. It's just something that runs on the female side of her family. They get that kind of platinum blonde kind of thing. Oh, Sally, you want to ask what you're getting at? What's your question? You understand how it's trolling to ask about the side effects of veganism on hair? Okay, you just want to know what you're getting yourself into. Whoever muted you is an a-hole. It should have absolutely no effect, Sally. Absolutely none. You guys might know of fellow YouTuber, Bananiac. He hasn't put out a lot of content as of late, but he was there when we were getting started. He's a lot younger than me too. We met him. He was finishing up college, 21. He was balding, and the next time we saw him after that, fully bald. He's Greek, and guess what? His brothers are all bald too. But trolls, anti-vegan trolls, are saying, no, the only reason why you're bald so young is because you're vegan. It's no, my brothers, who are around the same age as me too, are bald, and they're very not vegan. So I don't see anything. It's genetic. It's a genetic thing. And people try to say that veganism makes you bald or lose hair. They're just full of crap. I've seen no. Look at me and Joe Rogan. We're the same age. I think I'm doing all right. I'm just saying it's a genetic thing. Veganism will not make your hair more lush. It will not make it more thin. It will get thinner over time. as you're vegan because you're aging. It happens to non-vegans too. It's just the normal things that would happen to you, which are determined by your genetics. That is a way more significant factor than if you're eating like legumes instead of dead animals or something like that. So yeah, I hope I answered your question there. Was it Sally? Didn't mean to. Sorry if you got hidden, but that is the answer to your question. I didn't see anything else you asked there, Sally. So that I answered your question as honestly as I possibly can. There's no connection. It's funny. A lot of these guys are saying veganism makes you lose your hair. They have way less hair than I do, and so what? How does that make any sense? Let's see, Rachel, your dad and brother, the same. And so is your dad. It's genetics. Mm-hmm. Okay, Dr. Bear. Well, you've stayed here an hour, so thanks for being with us here, Dr. Bear. Good to see you. Yeah, you said you missed a few live streams, so that's cool. You got to spend an hour here. Name calling. Where did the name calling happen, Uncle? I didn't see that. So if you blocked someone, timed out someone for name calling, please do. Yeah, there's no name calling. Let's just quickly acquaint ourselves with the rules here, okay? These are basic rules for the Happy Healthy Vegan live stream. If you can't abide by them, just don't say anything then, or leave. Watch something else. Be civil. No personal attacks, harassment, racism, sexism, ageism, and I should add name calling in that too. Just don't attack people. Be respectful. Respond to their logic. Respond to arguments. Respond to words, but don't just name call or be a hateful person. Yeah, spammers, we block them instantly. And when we debunk veganism, you only can put up one claim at a time. Don't just go all over the place. But anyway, yeah, just rule number one, be respectful, be civil. It's really easy. I have a low bar here. It's people think, oh my God, he's got these rules. I have to be like a semi-decent human being. What a jerk, If you can't abide by that, then you can't hang out with us. Really simple, low bar here. It's crazy. I even have to put the rule up there to make it explicit, but so many people can't even come with that intention. Yeah, name calling isn't debunking, Angie. Good point, huh? Yeah, just be kind, folks. Just be kind. And if you can't be kind, be civil. Like maybe how these people interact at work or at school, where they're not getting expelled or fired every day, where they have to be civil with their fellow workers or classmates or whatever, and teachers and bosses. Just be civil. I'm sure they know how to do it. If not, they wouldn't be able to function too well in society. That's all we're asking. Yeah, Tracy, how dare me try to create a space online in social media of civility. What a wacky, zany idea for 2022, huh, Tracy? I know. What am I thinking, huh? I'm such a horrible fascist for wanting to create a space where we are civil to one another. I know, huh? All right, no name. If you're trying to back from your timeout, if you're trying to, I want to hear what you're saying. How was veganism debunked? We were showing the definition of veganism earlier. How is veganism debunked if a vegan takes a medication that he or she needs, like say Raven Babies needs her thyroid medication in order to continue living. I needed to get a shot in the gum to have a cavity worked on. I tried my best. I said, Dennis, go at it without any medication. I got my mercury fillings removed without any medication. Let's try this cavity. Then that cavity got me. I got shot. I got it fixed. How does that go against the definition of veganism again? Because it says far as possible and practicable. How practical is it for me to hang out the rest of my life with rotting teeth? How practicable is it for Raven Babies to just commit suicide basically by not taking medication? So please explain to me how veganism was debunked. And if you can't answer that, no name, well, I'm going to put you in timeout or ban you. You just can't come here and just pick on me and pick on our viewers. So no name, listen, don't talk to Faw Dieting or anyone. Talk to me. How was veganism debunked? Be very clear, be very specific. So what'd you say? I'm just saying as long as the system is that way, you can't avoid the product that was tested on animals. Yeah. You're back into my point. You cannot avoid the product, meaning pharmaceutical products that were tested on animals. That is how the system is set up. There is no option. When it comes to food, there are options. No one's forcing anyone to eat meat and dairy and eggs and crap like that and fish. No one's forcing you. There are options. You can eat plants. When it comes to taking pharmaceuticals, drugs, there are typically no vegan options because of the FDA requirements. So yeah, you just proved my point there. No name, you don't get to ask questions for me. I'm asking, what is the option? What is the option? Should Graven babies die? I saw Uncle deleted. So no name, you don't get to ask questions. You answer my questions. No name, what is the option for someone like Graven babies who, after a surgery, needs to take thyroid medication in order to live? What is her option? Her options are either take it and live or don't take it and die. So tell me, is that what you would prefer?
You're the best cult leader ever. Thanks for leading us.
I guess I am a cult leader, but I'm not telling anyone to die. I'm not like, I'm a cult leader telling you to not die, to don't commit suicide. Graven Babies asked her endocrinologist to give her a vegan thyroid pill, and she said there were no options. So, no name. Please tell us, what is the option in this case? Again, you guys are trying to, I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to take up that, he's probably the same person that I banned earlier or blocked. What he's just saying, how do you value the life of 12 monkeys versus one human? Let's not get all theoretical. It's like asking how many angels could dance on the head of a pin. They're just bullshit academic questions. Let's get real world here. What real world options does Graven Babies have? Please be specific, no name. Would you prefer her to just, in your mind, to be a perfect vegan? Should Graven Babies say, hey, I had a good run at life, but I'm not going to take this medication because it's not vegan, so I'm going to die. Is that what you're telling her to do? Be very clear, no name. If you come back and ask me a question, I'm going to ban you. So I'm saying, the reason why I want you to answer this question is because you're trying to get all academic and philosophical and all this crap. Let's get very real world. Only two options: take medication, live; don't take medication, die. What are you telling her to do? What would make you happy for her to do? I want to know your answer. You don't answer it, you're gone. Carl Baum, check out the video by Juggling Vegan about eating cats. Okay, I'm sure if it's by a vegan. Yeah. All right, Angie, you're done. Well, at least you came at a good time. You got to see some of the anti-vegan nonsense, and you got to see the gift opening. Joe Rogan said he's going to quit his podcast if he has to walk around eggshells. I haven't seen anyone put any eggshells down for him. So, yeah, well, he can take the $200 million and run, start up another podcast, not on Spotify. Oh, did No Name say anything? Did I miss something from No Name? Let me check it out. I don't see anything from No Name. So yeah, I don't know what happened to No Name. I just want No Name to answer my question about what options do we have in the case I presented. Let's see. A cult leader would be asking for your undying loyalty, huh, Gianna? You don't see that here. No, I'm not asking for anyone's loyalty. I'm just asking for some critical thinking. Let's logically process a real world example and see how that fits up with these people's bizarre definition of veganism. These people's bizarre definition of veganism seems to be saying vegans should die. Vegans should kill themselves for the cause. And that's crazy. We're not Jonestown or the Comet people. I forgot their name. Someone please inform me down there. Heaven's Gate cult. Thank you. I said thank you to myself. I said it before I see any of you guys. It's like a 10-second lag at least. Yeah, we're not drinking the Kool-Aid here. So anyway, is Kool-Aid vegan? I think it is. That's fine, Sarah. I don't know why that one got flagged. There's been way worse things going on here. Aster, I see the conversation you're having with that other person about increasing the demand side of plants, of plant options, I should say, at a place like, Burger King, which is very non-option. Did you guys hear about that? That Burger King, like one Burger King in the UK is going to be entirely vegan for a month. Is that true? Angie mentioned something that to me, and that didn't cross my news. But if so, that's pretty freaking cool. How come they don't do that out here? Yeah, Heaven's Gate was the UFO cult, yes. According to their website, Kool-Aid is considered to be vegan. I mean, it's there's no animal products or byproducts used to produce it. It makes sense. It's just basically hardcore sugar water, right? 100% true was on plant-based news. Okay, cool. That's cool. I haven't been to a Burger King since I've been vegan. I don't recall. Why would I have gone? They only introduced plant-based burgers recently. I would remember having gone for that. But anyway, that's cool. I'm for that. If they want to sell plant-based burgers and people are going to buy those burgers instead of the dead animal burgers, and Burger King's going to see there's a demand for that and increase the supply, I'm all for that. Totally cool. If they want to shut down a regular Burger King for a month and turn it into a vegan Burger King, totally cool. I won't go visit it, even if we're local, but I'm down with that. I think that's a great idea. Yeah, hopefully they'll keep it longer too. That would be totally rad. You guys saw about the vegan Burger King, huh? Right on. Okay, so Peter's adding that they hope to have 50% of their menu at Burger King entirely plant-based by 2030. Wow. Suck on that, McDonald's. Let's see. I don't know how come I didn't see your first one, Renee. Let me turn my volume up a little bit here. Maybe my speaker's down a little low. But yeah, thanks, Renee, for your 2 super chat tips. You didn't have to do that, Renee, but my bad. They do sneak through. Moderators, let me know if you ever see a super chat come through and I seem to ignore it. It happens once in a while, and I always feel really, really bad about that. It's just vegan brain frog, right? It's a real thing. Let's see. First question. What up, HHV and the crew? Hey, we're having a good time here. You've missed some good discussions. This is one of the ones where I say, go back and watch this later after it's done. The first hour, we had a pretty interesting discussion. We had a vegan saying that one of our viewers here, Graven Baby, should kill herself for the cause of veganism. Seriously, that was pretty wild. And I see your second winner. What up, Ryan? Did my first dono go through? Yeah, it went through. I just missed it because of vegan brain fog. And probably because I keep my speakers down kind of low so I don't get a lot of feedback into the microphone. Notice I don't wear headphones anymore. I just kind of find if I keep the speakers low, I can get away with it. So anyway. All right, Almighty Knowing. You're throwing a lot of stuff out here. I'm not sure who you're talking to, so give me your best argument here about debunking veganism. Just state it very clearly. You might not have to pretend, you probably think I'm stupid. Pretend I'm a really dumb, slow person. So explain it to me very clearly. In just a few sentences here, what's the gist of your argument? And we'll flush it out. You're not limited to just that initial statement. Let's get it going. How is veganism debunked? Because of Burger King having vegan burgers or whatever. I don't understand. So be very clear. Again, pretend I'm dumb. Be very clear. Pretend you're explaining something to a small child and explain it very clearly and concisely. Oh, you always watch the streams either live or after work, Renee. Awesome. Thanks for the super chat tip again. And yeah, you don't miss this first hour. It was pretty frightening. Graven Babies and I and others were all in shock as vegans seem to be saying that Graven Babies should just not take her medications and die. Let's see. So we'll wait for Almighty Knowing to come back and give us a great reason why veganism has been debunked because of Burger King or whatever the reason is. I didn't see the whole thing. But yeah, that's why I want the person to explain very clearly to us what's going on. Natalie, so you like the Burger King Whoppers? Yeah, hold the mayo. Yeah, that's kind of sad that you have to ask them to not put some animal crap on a vegan burger, but still, it's a good thing they have it. But I don't think that debunks veganism. But so we'll see what Almighty knowing. What is your argument, Almighty? I'm not trying to rush you. I'm just letting you know I'm here. I'm keeping an eye out for your bright orange avatar icon thingy, and we will take a look at your position very clearly. Hopefully, I'm asking you to be very clear. You think Almighty knowing is no name? Well, we'll just keep. We can hit ban or block quicker than people can create new accounts. All right, so Almighty knowing. All right, I'm going to start you on the poop wall here. You need to expand what you're saying here, because that does not debunk veganism. But this is a start, so let's get you up here, and you can add to this. All right, so type in. Let me know some more. Oops, here it goes. Not just Burger King. Giving your dollars knowingly to non-vegan establishments debunks veganism. All right, you're going to have to say how, like why. That's your conclusion. So we need some premises, like give us some support. Why is this conclusion true? How does shopping at, how does buying a vegan burger at Burger King debunk veganism? I could try to guess your reasons, but that's not how it works. You're going to have to spell them out clearly. I said be very clear, pretend I'm a dumb person, and all right, so you got more here. All right, let's see. Let's add more to it here. I'm not seeing an argument develop is the sad thing. I'm just seeing a bunch of kind of non sequitur, unrelated bits strung together, like in the form of like what a bot would do. Okay. All right, so how is veganism debunked? I can see what you're saying. You can go to a steakhouse, I guess, and ask for a plant-based option, but it's cooked in the same facilities and the same stove and grease as a meat burger. So you're saying that's technically not vegan? Is that your argument? You got to be clear. Like, what are you saying? What's the underlying principle that connects your two statements together here? You're saying that if I'm not sure. You're gonna have to help me. Okay. Oh, I see one more comment from you here. We're going to try to piece this together here, because I'm not even sure if there's anything to piece together. I think I can kind of guess where the argument's going. All right, so let me add this last bit here. So you're saying, if I get it right here, Almighty knowing, if you're vegan and you contribute to the bottom line of a non-vegan business, you are not vegan. Is that what you're saying? Let me see if I got it right. So like yes or no, or I kind of got it and here's where I'm off a little bit. So be very clear. Is that what you're saying? That's the principle that I'm pulling out here. If a vegan contributes money in any way, shape, or form to a non-vegan business, that vegan is not vegan. Is that what you guys think? Let me know if I'm trying to be is true to the words here, true to the spirit of the implied argument that's being presented here. And this isn't really an argument, but there's an implied one. Tell me if you think I'm misinterpreting it, guys. And Almighty knowing, you're probably the best one to weigh in on this. So let me know. Let me know if that's what's going on here. Now I'm just asking you, am I understanding your words here? Are you saying if a vegan contributes money to a non-vegan establishment, particularly a food establishment, then that person is not vegan? Is that what you're saying? Let me know. The definition of veganism is a way of living, a philosophy which seeks to exclude as far as possible and practicable all forms of cruelty to animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose. That's the definition of veganism. It's not mine. It's been around in some way, shape, or form similar to this since the 1940s by the Vegan Society. And it's a pretty good working definition. It's not perfect, but it's a good place to start rather than letting extreme vegans or anti-vegans create their own definitions. So anyway, yeah, I was going to say, the person with the Russian letters, yeah, supermarkets is a great example. I was going to bring that up exactly. Because I said food establishments. If a vegan supports a food establishment that is not all vegan, therefore that vegan is not a vegan. Well, supermarkets. How many of us go to supermarkets that are 100% vegan? There's not too many of them. We don't have one around here, so I'm sorry. When I go spend my money at, like, say, a Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, I'm not vegan anymore. Vegans can't shop there. Vegans can't go to Trader Joe's and buy, like, the vegan banana bread and bananas for that matter. I'm not vegan anymore. Where can I go? Because again, it's about options. In the case of, like I said, medications, there's not really any options. They're either FDA approved ones or ones that are not, there's not. There's just only FDA approved ones. As far as food, you have options. As far as markets, where can I go? Please let me know, almighty knowing. Where am I supposed to buy my foods at? Let me know. Even my farmer's market isn't vegan. I wouldn't be able to buy food. So that's return to the definition of veganism. A way of living which seeks to exclude as far as possible and practicable. It's not really possible or practicable for most of us to live a life where we only buy our food from vegan establishments. This is an extreme definition that almighty knowing is creating. That's why I like to look at a definition of veganism, because this is a definition created by vegans over 70 years ago. And this is a definition created by someone's brain right now. Yeah, busy wave. So if a carnivore buys a vegan wallet at a vegan restaurant, he's not a carnivore. See? It just shows you the absurdity of this 100% all or nothing extreme way of thinking. I don't like extremists. Extremists have bizarre beliefs, and these beliefs are easily exposed as being bizarre once you examine how these beliefs play out in the real world. They sound nice and fine up in your head. They sound cool in this weird, academic philosophy kind of thing. But once you're looking at how these philosophies play out in the real world, you see how extreme they are. Stop what? How? So yeah, seriously, where are we supposed to buy our food, Mr. Almighty Knowing? Oh, I see Peter already deleted your message. If that makes me sleep better, I'm just asking you, where you didn't answer, Almighty Knowing. Please tell me, where am I supposed to buy my food? I can't go to any supermarket because they sell steaks and crap. I can't go to my farmer's market because there's cheese there. And there are some vendors there that sell food. Like, they cook food there and it's not plants. All right. So where am I supposed to buy my food? So he's timed out. Thank you, Peter. So almighty knowing, you're just being timed out because you're not following by the rules here. The rules are, if I ask you a question, just answer it. I'm not being a dick. Just answer the question. I'm trying to pull your beliefs out here because your beliefs are kind of all over the place, and I'm trying my best to be truthful to your words here to find what your argument is. So this is the logical consequence of your argument, that vegans can't go to supermarkets or farmers markets. Where are we to buy our food? It's not possible or practicable for 99% of us vegans to spend our money exclusively at places that sell vegan food. As far as like getting food, we're not even talking about going to the dentist. You have to go to a vegan dentist. I'm not even holding you to that. So anyway, let's return to more stuff here. Okay, so VLAM. What have we learned today, VLAM, right? You've learned that vegans cannot take medications, even if your life depends on it. Vegans can't buy food in grocery stores or farmers markets. So no vegans can be perfect, so we should just give up and harm animals. Yeah, it's the appeal to futility or the nirvana argument. The appeal to futility fallacy or the nirvana fallacy, both of them, they're synonyms for the same thing. It's basically, hey, here's the problem, and the only way to solve the problem is this perfect solution. And if you can't achieve this perfect solution, F it. Just forget veganism, just harm animals all day, because you just can't. It's impossible to live a life of zero harm. That's it. That's why these are logical fallacies. It's not an all or nothing proposition. Just because there's imperfection in the world doesn't mean we all can't strive to be vegan, which means to, as far as possible and practical, not harm animals. Yeah, we don't. It's options. Like I said, you can choose to buy plants or you can choose to buy a steak. That's a choice you can make every freaking day, every freaking meal. But you might not have a choice as far as like what supermarket you can go to, or if your supermarket has animal products. You can't make that choice. You do not have any say in that. Just like you don't have any say in what the FDA does. You have no say in that. But you have a say in what you choose to put in your mouth as far as food goes, and that's what makes you vegan. Oh, thanks, Uncle. I think Bodhi's doing better. We're just kind of watching him every day. We took him to the non-emergency vet on Tuesday, and he's said he looks great and everything's cool. So we're just keeping an eye on him. We're going to take him back in a month for a follow-up. So we're just kind of going day by day. But he seems good, but we're still quite nervous about him. Yeah, Apocalypse, so I'm with you. You can try to avoid supporting companies that sell animal products as much as possible and practicable. I'm with you. I don't like going to McDonald's. I don't go to McDonald's. I don't like going to Burger King. I don't go there. But if a vegan wants to go there, I'm cool. I'm not going to make a video. Did you see plant-based news? Those dorks went to Burger King. I'm not going to make a video like that, I mean, you just do the best you can. And if vegan wants to go to, a fast food place that's trying to increase their vegan offerings, fine. That's totally cool. What's wrong with that? Anyway. Let's see, Mary Alice, you're in New York, been vegan on and off for 3+ years. No dairy or eggs for 8 years. You're plant-based now. We were vegetarians in the late 70s and early 80s. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you like the live streams. Yeah, that's Angie. She went vegetarian in the 80s. And that was hard because I tried going to vegetarian in the 90s. That's like harder than being vegan now. People think, vegetarian is easy. Yeah, it's nowadays that's really easy, but being vegan is quite easy now. But it was really difficult back in the pre-internet years. Yeah, probably. Let me guess. Is it cheese, Mary? Let me know if cheese is the thing that's kind of like holding you back there. Or did I read something? Did you tell me? No dairy or eggs. Okay, it's not cheese. Oh, okay, interesting. What's holding you back then, Mary? I'm not giving you any crap or anything. I'm just kind of curious. What is? Is it just waiting for that last push to send you over? Because it sounds like you're on the path already. Graven thinks the McDonald's apple pie is vegan, but you don't know for sure. I mean, I don't trust McDonald's at all. They're the only company in the world I know is how, at least in the United States, how to turn a perfectly vegan food like French fries into a non-vegan product. So, for that reason alone, McDonald's is a no-go. They screw up their French fries here in the United States. All you guys in the rest of the world, they're cool. As far as my research, when I studied this for a video a few years back, I don't think they've changed their practices since. But anyway. So Mary Alice, no, mostly eat all plants like 90%. Oh, that's awesome, Mary. Just kind of curious, what's holding you back? What is holding you back? And no pressure. If you don't want to answer that, it's totally cool. But if you want to share, I'm just kind of curious, and maybe I can offer you some insight because, I kind of dilly-dallied. I tried going vegetarian in the early 90s. Didn't work out because I was living at home. I met Angie in 1998. She was vegetarian, but I didn't fully go vegan until 12 years after that. So maybe I can share some of my story with you, perhaps. But if you don't want to tell me, it's totally cool. Your call. Allie, is that true? Can someone check that the McDonald's apple pie has a human hair derivative in it? See, whether that's true or not, that's why I don't trust McDonald's, because it seems plausible. Even if it might not be true, I don't know. It sounds believable because it's McDonald's. Let's see, Mary, your beautiful older sister and her wife are 100% vegan, 67 and 56 years old. Wow, you got a lot more vegans in your family than I do, so congrats on that. Yummy, the human hair bit. Let's see, the apple pie is vegan. That's what people are fact checking. Oh yeah, the trial. Thanks, Peter. Yeah, in British Columbia, there's a trial for 4 vegan activists. It's going well today. They protested inside as they were doing nothing. Cool, awesome. Yeah, keep us up on that. That's not coming across my news feeds or anything like that. I don't think the media is really, gives a crap about that, but we do as vegans. Okay, you have some digestive issues. Okay, I don't even know what that is. I've never heard of that. So okay. Yeah, Rachel, the McDonald's fries in the United States are not vegan. Yeah, we made a video about this many years back, and they add some beef byproduct into it. They claim their suppliers do it. No, the suppliers only do it because McDonald's is asking for it. The suppliers don't do it in any other country in the world other than here. So they're trying to say it's not on them. It's totally on them. They could just require their suppliers not to do that, and it would change in an instant. Yeah, McDonald's fries are not vegan in the United States. So McDonald's, get with it. It's 2022. Why the hell are you putting some kind of beef crap in your French fries? You're stupid. You're preventing vegans and vegetarians from eating your stuff just by that, Anyway, yeah, they're vegan in Canada. Everywhere else in the world, the fries are vegans. Unless if something's changed, which I don't think has happened. Okay, Apocalypse So has the explanation about the potential mammal hair thing. Okay, I hadn't heard about that before. Yeah, I agree with you, Aster. Potatoes are amazing. French fries are a fun little naughty food for us healthier eating vegans, and that's why I don't ever walk into McDonald's, because I don't want to support a company that has so much death and cruelty, and they can't even freaking take the beef out of the French fries. They can't even do that minimal thing. F you, McDonald's. Okay, Allie, that human hair thing, it's like a lab ingredient. You're saying the human hair thing, it's something that is normally synthesized, but can be from human hair too. So I'm sure McDonald's isn't clarifying which. It's probably the lab part, probably the lab option, I'm guessing, but I don't want to have to guess, huh? Is the apple pie does the apple pie at McDonald's have some human hair byproduct in there? Why would you even want to consider that, right? Like McDonald's, just make it apples and sugar. That's what apple pie is all about, right? Let's see, Travis. Yeah, I don't know if Paul McCartney was behind this, but yeah, we all should be complaining to Starbucks about making the plant milk like a tax, basically, like a vegan milk tax. Like, what's up with that? We need to get him on the McDonald's about the fries. Well, he can eat the fries all he wants in England, but if he comes out here, if he's not aware, he's gonna be eating some beef byproduct. Yeah. Almighty knowing. Oh, I didn't see. Now he doesn't want to answer my question. Why are you so self-centered, Almighty knowing? I have 96 people on right now. I'm not answering everyone's comments. You're lucky that I even answered your question earlier. So didn't I ask you earlier, Almighty? This is my live stream. I run the show. If you haven't noticed, this is the Happy Healthy Vegan live stream. If you want to have your own, you're more than welcome to. But if you're on my live stream, you answer my questions. I asked you earlier, and if you don't answer my question, we're going to kick you out of here. Since you come here, Ryan's not answering my question. I didn't even see your question, bro. The world does not revolve around you, okay? But anyway, answer my question. Given that, say, Graven Babies, who I'm not sure if she's still on or not, her only choice in life is to take a life-saving medication and live, or not take it and die. Where do you stand on that? Hey, Groundhog 11ish, thank you so much for the super chat tip there. Much appreciated. Every dollar right now really helps right now, guys. Seriously, we spent a ton of money on vet expenses, both primarily the emergency trip, but just this follow-up trip wasn't cheap either. So thank you so much. So yeah, you're probably not going to see us doing a lot of fancy eating out trips anytime soon. Well, maybe one or two, but we're going to cut back way big. So anyway, we're not back to this. I want him to answer the question, and then we'll move on. He just can't come here on my stream. Ryan is not answering my questions. Like, I don't have to answer anyone's question if I don't want to. I just sit here and play guitar for an hour if I wanted to, you know? Let's see, grandbabies. You're making cashew cheese, and it's your new obsession. Cashews are, yeah. I remember Angie used to like do a lot with cashews a long time ago. Oh, Bill, you're going to watch the Lakers game? No, don't watch the Lakers, Bill. They're going to lose again. I didn't even watch a second of the game against the Utah Jazz. I saw some highlights on Twitter. Usually on YouTube, I'll just go watch, like, the NBA puts like a 10-minute long edited version of the full game. I didn't even bother for the one against the Jazz. I'm just so over them. You know, is LeBron going to play tonight? Have you heard? I heard he was questionable, and maybe Anthony Davis might be back. If so, I'll check out some of it later, I guess. But yeah. I wouldn't, I like them too, but I'm just kind of like, you know, it's just a joke this year for so many reasons, you know, it's just not working out. This team, the injuries, anyway, yeah, enjoy it. Maybe I'll catch it later. They're playing in LA, right? So I could check it out. You know, it's starting right now. Yeah, we'll start in like 6 minutes. 7:30 games in LA start at 7:37 roughly. So you have 6 more minutes with me if you want. But I'm just saying, yeah, you don't have to leave this second. Okay. All right, so they're back. All right, LeBron and AD are both back. All right, that makes it interesting right there. And maybe if they can get on a winning streak, you know, maybe they could do something. Because I heard last game where we lost, we Lakers, you know, Westbrook, for all the problems he's had, played really well, and so did Dwight Howard. So maybe they can put on a last-second run here and get into the play-in and then eventually the playoffs. Oh my God, Jen Marie! Thank you so much, Jen Marie. Wow. Thank you for using Streamlabs, guys, too, because they don't take anything from creators, unlike YouTube, who takes 30% from creators. So thank you so much, Jen Marie. Much, much appreciated. Thank you so much. Every bit helps here. Seriously, guys. Thank you. Oh, Groundhog 11. Sorry about the vet trips. Just showed up and wondered what is up. Yeah, our Bodie is better. We took him for the follow-up visit Tuesday morning, and full, you know, everything checked out right. Even though on his blood labs, his pH, his urine pH, I should say, is still over 8, which is weird, you know. But anyway, I say for cats it should be lower than that. So other than that, everything seems pretty good with him. But every time he goes to the bathroom, I'm aware of that he's in the bathroom. I kind of make sure he is peeing all right, make sure he's not having issues. Oh, Almighty Knowing was back, and Uncle timed him out. Almighty, remember I said Almighty Knowing. Here's why Uncle timed you out. I said this is my live stream. It's not the Almighty Knowing or No Name live stream. It's the Happy Healthy Vegan live stream hosted by Ryan. I'm the one running the show, and I'm asking the question. So I was having you try to clarify your position here that we put up on the poop wall. Oh yeah, I forgot my question is that where am I supposed to buy food? If you want to come back in 300 seconds, Almighty Knowing, and tell us where am I supposed to buy food? Where are we supposed to buy food at Vegans? Because you're trying to say that if you buy your food from a food establishment that carries non-vegan things, you're not a real vegan. So I'm going, where am I supposed to buy my food? Every market has meat, unless you're one of the fortunate people that live in a area where there's a vegan market. I know there's more and more, but we don't have one. And we're like, even my farmer's market, like I said, has non-vegan stuff, unfortunately. So where am I supposed to spend my dollars and be a perfect vegan like you? So if you want to come back and answer that, I would love to hear your answer. I really would. But if you're going to come back and insult me or pose another question, then I will follow up with my promise, which is to just block you. So anyway, let's get back to what's going on here. Sarah, that's funny. No wonder so many folks think vegans are cray. Thanks, Almighty. Yes, I know. We're seeing a lot of that tonight. I think it's the same person, right? The tone, the level or type of argumentation, the topic seems pretty much the same person. I think they just came back on another account, and don't do that. Like I said, I could block people faster than you can create new accounts. So anyway. Yeah, don't worry, be happy. Adds the counterpoint to Almighty Knowing's thing here. Yeah, you could argue, you could make the argument. Don't worry, be happy. I'm sorry, wrong button there. That eating vegan options at a non-vegan restaurant, you're making it more likely that they'll add more vegan options. As more folks will order them. They'll say, wow, our restaurant, which isn't doing all that great, as soon as we added these vegan options, we got a whole new type of clientele who are enthusiastic to come regularly. So it can be in the best interest of veganism to have, if you really want to see animals not get killed, to encourage a restaurant that had 100% meat or non-vegan diet or options to have way more vegan options. That argument can be made. Let's see, Tina, you have a vegan market in San Diego. Wow. It's on Mission Gorge Road. If anyone wants to visit San Diego, it'd be a long way for me to drive, Tina, but thanks for sharing that. Like I said, how many people can really shop at the one vegan market in all of San Diego? That would be very non-practicable for most people in Southern California. Yeah, I know, fall dieting. Who knew I'd be arguing? I have this happen often. There's vegans who think they are perfect vegans. You know what I do sometimes instead of fighting with these people who think they're perfect vegans? I sometimes say, you win. Where can I send you a trophy? I want to send you some kind of plaque or trophy to just because you're such a perfect vegan. I want to express some respect and pay tribute to your perfection. You're a role model for us all, that you are the most perfect vegan. No harm, no cruelty ever happens. No bugs get harmed in the food you get. You're just the most perfect vegan. We can all strive to be this perfect mythical person. So sometimes I'll joke like that. Well, Peter, there's an entire vegan market in Vancouver. You got us beat, man. We don't got that here. You already got your vegan trophy, Travis. Did I send it to you? Yeah, there is no such thing as a perfect vegan, which is my point. We live in an imperfect world. Unfortunately, you can't be a perfect vegan. There's going to be some crop death, some bug that gets squashed, a rodent that gets ran over by your turnip truck. Something is going to cause some kind of non-desirable outcome. But it doesn't mean that we should all just eat steak and say F it, right? It means we try our best, the best that we possibly can. We can't control everything. Yeah, Uncle, you got it right. A movement begins with a single action. The single action is the decision that, hey, animal cruelty and exploitation is wrong. My action will be to not eat foods or wear products that come from animal cruelty. There's a great place to start, right? Why do we have these extremist vegans who think they are perfect, and they will talk down on other vegan activists who in their minds don't live up to this impossible ideal of perfection that they claim they have for themselves, and they don't. They're full of it. There are no perfect vegans. Oh, Renee, I forgot. Yeah, you're in San Diego, right? So you love that market. You guys are lucky. So you guys can be perfect vegans. Unlike me and Angie, you guys can be perfect vegans, right? According to at least Almighty Knowing's extreme definition of veganism, you guys can be perfect vegans. And also, too, you can't ever take medication. So as long as you buy all your food from vegan markets and vegan restaurants, and you never take any medications, you'll be a perfect vegan, according to Almighty Knowing /No Name. Just letting you know that, and then we can send you guys the trophies too. Yep, Ninja Smoke. Yeah, vegans wouldn't be able to, drive cars. You might run over a rodent. You might squash a bug. All sorts of horrible things probably can happen and do happen, and you may or may not be aware of it. We wouldn't be able to leave the house, but even being home, you're using electricity, and there's maybe in the transmission lines or the generation of electricity, an animal gets harmed, so you'd have to turn that off. You would just basically have to not exist. That's the most eco way to live, the most non no animals are harmed way of living, is to not be alive, right? So vegans, therefore, according to these people that demand perfection, the best vegan would be a non-living vegan, right? Because you can't exploit animals if you're not alive. Anyway, it shows you the absurdity of these positions, you know? There's no way to have zero harm unless you do not exist. Yep, not only you're supposed to eat in the woods, eat rocks and salads, never use a computer, never use a car, never take public transportation, don't even wear clothes. You know, you can't do anything. You just sit around in the mud all day, you know, and try to forage off grass and stuff. That's what a perfect vegan would be, you know? According to these people. David, you think it's a good convo, though, for the many vegans who do think they are perfect vegans? You raise a really good point there, David, for these holier than thou vegans. I think that, you know, they're a better vegan because they claim they do something or don't do something that vegan activists do, you know, which is like, hey, I don't shop at markets, so I'm a better vegan than you. Let's see, what's up, Marco? Do we ever go to that Vegan Besties store in LA? No, what is that? Please tell me. I haven't even heard of this. Tina, you want to retire from public transportation? I forgot you were a bus driver, huh? But you can, yeah, see, driving a bus, you're not a vegan, right? According to these people, because I'm sure you must squash a cockroach, occasionally maybe a gopher or rat or something, right? You're not a vegan, according to these people. And it's not just the bus driving aspect, just riding on the bus, just participating in any part of the process, you know, makes you a non-vegan, according to these perfect vegans. Yep, they want to just eat berries and wipe their butts with pine cones, huh? I mean, that's kind of the lifestyle that they're kind of pitching there. What if they said, yeah, vegans have to live in the forest and eat berries and wipe their butts with pine cones? Yeah, sign me up for that. That's awesome. Can I get my whole family vegan? No one will join. No one wants to live like a complete ascetic, you know? I mean, that does not sound attractive, and it's not practicable. You got to go to work. You got to do your thing. You just can't live in the woods and wipe your butt with pine cones. I don't know if we're all hypocrites, David, but you know, it's just being practicable. It's not practicable to like give up your entire life. But veganism doesn't say give up your entire life. It says you can participate in the world. You can do everything you want. Just don't participate in animal cruelty. Don't eat animal products. Don't wear fur. Don't wear leather. You can still go to the market. You can still go to restaurants. Just don't get the meat stuff, you know, the animal stuff. That's what you do as a vegan. Oh, you hit a hawk before, Tina? See? According to these people, you're not vegan. Let's see. Yeah, you're right. Don't worry, be happy. Even living in the woods wouldn't be a perfect solution, because if enough of us, or if all of us lived out in the woods, we'd thrash the environment, that the natural habitat, you know, that the locals there, the animals there depend upon. So we'd be harming them anyway. We'd be pushing them out of their territory to other places that they probably wouldn't thrive as well on. So either way, we're screwed. The best way to be a perfect vegan, unfortunately, is to not be a living vegan. And that is bullcrap. According to these people, that would be the best vegan, is one who does no longer have a heartbeat. That is bull-cloney. Velcro wallet. Ooh, bad joke there. Oh no, so much for the vegan trophy. Yeah, Tina, we can't send you a vegan trophy, unfortunately, but that's, you know, I don't think you're looking for one. I don't know. I really don't think being vegan is a hypocrite, David. I understand your point. I think it's a healthy attitude to have, but if we're talking about veganism, I don't think being vegan is a hypocrite, really. I mean, we're just doing the best we can. We'd be hypocritical if we said veganism demands perfection and vegans have zero on their hands as far as it comes to harming or exploiting animals. If so, then yeah, you'd have a great point, David. We'd be hypocrites. But nowhere in the definition of veganism does say any demand or require perfectionism. It's not a word even suggested. It's a concept that's not even alluded to in the slightest way. It's do the best you can. We're against animal cruelty. We find it morally wrong, so therefore we try our best, the best we can. We don't buy foods. We have options. We can choose to buy foods that are not from animals. We can choose to buy clothes that are not from animals. It gets trickier though if you want to buy a car. You don't know if the steering column is made from animal bits, but you can see if the seats are. You can't be perfect. Perfection is a flawed concept from the outset if you're talking about veganism, but we try the best we can. You don't need to buy leather seats. You should say, yeah, I don't want the leather seats. Any vegan in the right mind would do that if they had a choice when they were getting the car, if they had a choice. No vegan would say, yeah, I want the leather seats if you had an option. So David thinks for cryptics. Well, giving money to a business who partakes in animal cruelty does involve some hypocrisy. You understand my point? My whole point is it's impossible. How can I live a life where I don't give money to, like, say, a supermarket, or a farmer's market even? I wouldn't be able to buy food. Say it's not possible or practicable for 99% of the people to buy all their foods from strict vegan businesses, markets, restaurants. I don't know anyone personally that has such a situation in their local lifestyle for them to do something like that. So we do the best we can. Doesn't mean, all right, veganism's flawed. Let's go out and just eat steaks all day. Anyway, just do the best we can. And it's usually pretty good, Uh-oh, Tina, you're behind in the drinking game. Uh-oh. Yeah, Jesse, it depends on where you live too. It's easier some places. If you have a vegan market right next to you or a mile away, all right, support them. I have no vegan market I know of that I can go to. Let's see. Kippy, you need a Velcro wallet? Then can you be vegan? What are you saying there? I'm not sure if I follow your logic there. Let's see, Peter, you meant to tell me earlier you saw another ex-vegan who was also raw. Oh, thanks for letting me know, Peter. Did that person make a Why I'm No Longer Vegan video? If so, please tell me. Either give me their channel name or paste a link to it. I definitely want to have a look at that. What's that, Dave? What if some vegan disagrees with you and thinks it's entirely possible? Well, maybe it is for them. Maybe, like I said, if a vegan lives next door to a vegan market or nearby, it doesn't have to be next door, but relatively easy for them to get to, and they can get all their needs met there, then they could be this perfect vegan. But it's not possible or practical for me. I wouldn't know how to do that because I don't have anything like that. So if they want to do that, totally cool, but it doesn't make them a perfect vegan or me an imperfect vegan. We do the best we can with our circumstances. All right, you send it to my Instagram. Oh, cool. All right, thanks, Peter. I will definitely check that. I don't know if you sent it to me now or recently. I don't always check my Instagram message. I'm kind of bad about that, but I'll check it because I definitely want to see these ex-vegans who quit and they blame veganism on it. But when you dig down further, you see they were doing weird extreme things like extended raw veganism, not eating cooked food because they are afraid of it or have this false belief it causes all these horrible things that will kill you. And let's see, what am I missing here? Let's see. Thanks, Thinking Out Loud. Yeah, Bodhi is doing better. Thank you. But I'm still not done worried about him. I'm still always, trying to, when I hear him going to the box, just follow him in there, make sure he's not struggling to pee. Let's see. Yeah, good point. Don't worry, be happy. I like your optimism. I like your pessimism. No, I'm sorry. I like your optimistic attitude there. I don't know why I said pessimism. I love your optimism there. Vegans should celebrate any change anyone makes towards eating less meat and less harm to animals. Yeah, the finger pointing about who's perfect and not doesn't help the animals. If a person's making strides to towards veganism rather than away, to me that's a win. Like he or she's gonna buy fewer animal products, and fewer over more time as they get closer and closer. That's to be celebrated. That's not like be mean to them. That could turn them off. Just be cool. I don't see why vegans have to be mean to other people who are not living up to their standards that one may have. Just be cool to people. Uncle, you used to be perfect, but you were wrong. That's what these people like, what's this guy's name? Almighty Knowing and No Name. One day, hopefully, they'll have that wisdom. Probably not right now. I think they're probably young and very idealistic. I'm profiling based on their behavior. Probably right, but one day they'll get a little more wisdom under their belt and realize, yeah, they were wrong when they thought they were perfect. They were not perfect, and it was wrong for them to try to judge others for not being as perfect as they thought they were about themselves. You with me on that one, David? Yeah. Everything big starts with something small. Non-aggression always wins out. And that's my attitude as well. Just be cool to people. Don't make them feel bad for their choices. Why would that make them want to go vegan? If you ridicule them and get aggressive with them, like, oh, I want to go vegan now because that vegan got really aggressive with me and called me an a-hole. Yeah, I'll start eating plants right now. Said absolutely no one ever. Kippy, happy vegan asks, what do you say when people say pescatarian is healthier or live longer than vegans? Well, there's a bunch of things you can say. Two things. First of all, again, let's look at the definition of veganism. Do you see anything in the definition of veganism that we live the longest or that we're the healthiest diet known to humankind? Because that's not in there. It's a moral, ethical stance. It says nothing about living a long time, being the healthiest diet that humans can ever conceive or anything like that. So I say you don't understand what veganism is. I'm not doing it to be the healthiest person in the world or anything like that. I'm doing it because it's wrong to harm animals. It's wrong to harm fish. We don't need to eat fish in order to get all our nutrients. How do I know that? Well, first of all, not all of humankind grew up with access to fish. So people, live in their where they could easily get fish, they got fish, but not everyone's eating enormous amounts of fish. Secondly, let's go to, first of all, you were saying healthy. Since you brought up health, how healthy is a vegan diet? Is it the healthiest diet in the world, or will it kill me? Well, if you look at the position paper of the Academy of Nutrition Dietetics, have a drink, guys, if you guys are playing the drinking game. They say very clearly that appropriately planned vegan diets are nutritionally adequate for all people in all phases of life. Furthermore, vegans are at reduced risk of certain health conditions, including the leading causes of death, such as heart disease, type 2 diabetes, hypertension, and certain types of cancer and obesity. So first of all, it's nutritionally adequate for all people and lowers your chance of dying of the leading causes of death. So both those put together should tell you something, that vegan diets are actually better than non-vegan diets as far as not dying of the leading causes of death, and they're perfectly nutritionally adequate as long as you're not doing something stupid like eating only mangoes for the rest of your life. So that's what I would tell them. Veganism is not about health, but you want to make sure what you're doing isn't going to harm you, and according to them and other health organizations around the world, it's not going to harm you. Appropriately planned vegan diets are nutritionally adequate and will help you live a better life in the sense you have a reduced risk of dying of the leading causes of death. So that's what I would tell them. Yeah, I'm vegan because of the animals, but I want to make sure I'm not harming myself, Kippy. I want to make sure I'm not doing something for my ideals that's going to be detrimental to me physically or health-wise, and it's not. It's nutritionally adequate, and that's their position statement, and my own health bears it out. If you want, Kippy, I'll put you a link down there to my playlist of the many blood labs I've had as a vegan, and I'm not deficient, I'm healthy, I'm strong. I share with you guys here my athleticism. I work out every day. I'm 54. I play basketball with guys half my age regularly and do just fine. Most guys my age can barely walk without pain. I'm like slam dunk training and stuff. So there's nothing negative about veganism other than like, people that are mean to you because you're vegan. But everything else, it's all positive. You're not giving up anything other than cruelty. I'm not sacrificing my health for my moral beliefs, if that's what you're wondering. Ooh. Tina, you had horrible GERD, totally in remission after losing 90 pounds, wow, and eliminating meat and dairy. So there's an example of how going vegan, you didn't have to sacrifice your health. What is GERD? Gastrointestinal disorder of something like that, right? It's okay, there it is, or acid reflux disease. Yeah, follow diet. Good point. I mean, if someone said like, just thought experiment, like for argument's sake, hey, did you hear there's this other diet that's healthier than vegan? It's like, okay, fine, whatever. Does it involve eating animal products? Then I don't want any part of it because I'm already eating a perfectly fine, nutritionally adequate, healthy diet. If there's some other diet that's a little healthier, it's no concern of mine. All I want to know is, am I getting adequate nutrition from what I'm eating? The answer is a clear, resounding yes. All right, so let's see. I think we've answered a lot of the big questions that have been floating out in the live chat. I gotta say, I really love having this new computer. It's made my life easier in so many ways. It's just so cool not having to grab Angie's laptop to do live streams because my old computer would crash randomly on live streams. It's just working out so well. You're on the bagels only diet, Travis. Good for you. You can do that as a vegan. I don't think any major health organizations would recommend that as an appropriately planned vegan diet. But yeah, it's totally cool. Oh, what's for dinner tonight? Oh man, I don't know. I remember I was talking about yesterday making khichdi before the live stream today, but it didn't happen. So I honestly don't know what's for dinner tonight. I'm probably gonna have to collaborate with Angie. Maybe the Tuscan kale pilaf, which we have quite often after live stream. It's in the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook. I'll show you a picture of it. It's just so easy to make. We just throw it all together in the pressure cooker. And it comes out, not that long after, You don't have to use a pressure cooker, but it comes out quicker than like boiling it over the stove. You just got the wild rice blend, some white beans, some kale, some sun-dried tomatoes, a bunch of spices, and it's filling and it's tasty. So maybe that. John, what's the difference about being vegan or a vegan? I'm not sure if there's a distinction. If there is one, yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on that one. Let's see. Well, again, Clippy, let's get back to the position paper. Let me show you another one. If you're thinking we're not getting enough nutrients here. It says again, vegan diets, here, let me just highlight it for you, are nutritionally adequate. Appropriately planned vegan diets are nutritionally adequate. But, you don't have to take just their word for that. Let's look at the positions of other health organizations around the world. A well-planned vegan diet meets all these nutritional needs. That's a context here. With good plan, and that's the Dietitians of Canada. The British National Health Service says, with good planning and an understanding of what makes a healthy, balanced vegan diet, you can get all the nutrients your body needs. So zinc is a nutrient that your body needs. Appropriately planned vegan diets are nutritionally adequate. You can get all the nutrients you need. If you happen to not, say you have a genetic condition which affects the bioavailability of zinc in your foods, you can always take a zinc supplement, which non-vegans take as well. So if you happen to have a condition where you're deficient in something, do what non-vegans do. not eat more meat, you take a supplement. That's what doctors prescribe. If you're low in something, I've never heard a doctor being trained to say, oh, you're low in the vitamin, just eat more meat. No, you take a supplement. They prescribe you a supplement. So it's a no-brainer, not that tough. You should be fine, but if not, do what non-vegans do. Take a supplement. Let's see. Thanks, don't worry, be happy. Yeah, thanks for pointing out. Yeah, some foods, if you're really concerned about zinc, as Zippy is, you can always have some legumes and seeds, nuts. Yeah, you can seek out foods. You can just Google it, plants with lots of zinc. You can seek out foods that are higher than other plants in zinc and eat a preponderance of those. Yeah, Chronometer is a website. Let's go there. I'm not logged in right now, but I'll leave the link for you because you can plug in any food you want, and it shows you the nutritional breakdown of the foods. And you have to be logged in, and you don't have to use the app. You can just use the website. I do that all the time. I'm just not logged in on this browser. So anyway, here is the website for Chronometer. You have to sign up though. You have to create an account, but they plug into like the nutritional databases of like the USDA and Canada's, and you could type in any food. You want to see what kind of nutrients are in a banana? They're in there. You want to see what kind of nutrients are in bok choy? They're in there. You want to see what nutrients are in eggs? You can look in there. All the cholesterol, the saturated fat, it's all listed for you. Every vitamin, macronutrient, micronutrient, mineral, amino acids, fats, it's all there. So if you want, yeah, that's a great resource. Check out chronometer.com. The only thing is, I said, you have to sign up, create an account, but it's totally worth it if you're trying to see what nutrients are in foods. No, I did not see that video, Joy, from Russell Brand about fast food and COVID. Nope. What's the connection between fast food and COVID? Because Peter recently came down with COVID. I don't think he's eaten much fast food, if that's the implication of Russell Brand's vid. But I haven't seen it. Clippy, you can't make a pet vegan. Vegan, again, it's like what veganism is again. It is a philosophy. It's a moral stance. Animals are not capable of philosophical thought. So you cannot make an animal vegan. Just like you can't make, like, say, your wife or husband or your kids vegan. You can feed them vegan, but you can't make them vegan. Veganism is something you either believe or you don't. So if your husband or wife or kids don't share your stance on this, they can eat a vegan diet, but they won't be vegan. Yeah, and I commend Kippy's respectful questions to AJ Vintage. You're doing a great job, Kippy, for someone who's not vegan. It sounds like you just have a lot of questions, and we'll answer them. I can't just focus only on you, but when I see that, I will answer them. That's okay. You're talking about vegan gains. Yeah, everyone's free to make their own choices there. I don't give any nutritional advice out here for animals. I don't even see me giving much nutritional advice out for humans, but I understand human nutrition a little bit better than animal nutrition. I'm very not studied up on that. I'm not a vet or health professional of any kind. But again, definition of veganism as far as possible and practicable. If it's possible and practicable for a non-human to live off plants, like many animals can, like say rhinos and giraffes, cool, cows. I'm not sure how it works out for every last animal species, dogs and all that stuff. If it works out and it works for them and they're healthy, cool. As far as I understand, dogs, pretty easy for them to eat plants. That seems to be a no-brainer from the little tiny bit of animal diet nutrition I've seen and read. But cats, there's more individual variability. Some can be just fine and others can have problems. So again, as far as possible and practicable, you don't want to like end up killing your pets or anything like that. That's not what veganism is asking you to do. If you can feed them a vegan diet and you're cool with it and it's cool with them. But anyway, let's move on. Yeah, there's nothing that's forcing you to, though. Let's see. Yeah, David knows it. You've been here many times, David. You know very well. You can't really debunk a belief system. You can disagree with a belief system, but it's hard to debunk a belief system. Like, how do you debunk, like, I believe it's wrong to harm animals? I guess, people will try to fight it in all sorts of ways, but that's when you get down to it, it's a moral belief. People can try to debunk it as far as being unhealthy. That's a possibility, David, because if you're not eating animals, if you're against harming animals, therefore you're not eating animals and therefore eating only plants. So people could say, well, by giving up eating animals, you're forcing yourself to eat only plants, you're missing out on all these vitamins and minerals. So by being consistent with your moral beliefs, you're harming yourself dietarily and you're going to get sick and die. And again, that's not true. So again, yeah, it's a moral belief, but there are implications that fall outside of just morality. Like, are you harming yourself to be consistent with your morality? No, you're not. Breeze, do I think it's weird to say vegan diet? No, I like to make the distinction because someone could be fed a vegan diet and not be vegan. Like I said, a mother or father who feeds their children a vegan diet, and these kids don't have to be vegan. They can eat a vegan diet. They can eat vegan food every day at home, all their meals, but they don't have to be vegan. So there's a distinction. Anyone can eat a vegan diet and, be cool with it. But vegans necessarily eat a vegan diet. But you can eat a vegan diet and not give a crap about animal cruelty or anything like that. So there's a distinction there. I don't find it weird at all to say vegan diet. A lot of people come to a vegan diet because of health reasons. They come for environmental reasons. And that's great. I'm not knocking that at all. 100% totally cool. But if they don't really think that animal cruelty is something that's important, should live a life so you're not harming animals, you're not fully vegan. You're just eating a vegan diet. Totally cool. Again, I'm not knocking it. Veganism is a moral belief, and you just happen to be eating a vegan diet, which any person on the world could eat. And what I don't like about plant-based is it's so nebulous. Like, what does that mean? Like, if you're plant-based, does that mean you eat a little bit of fish or eat a little bit of liver or something like that? It's kind of nebulous. It's open-ended. Like, how much plant-based? 100% plant-based? Plant-based, by definition, could just mean you eat 51% of your diet comes from plants. You're plant-based, the majority, the preponderance of your calories or whatever comes from plants. That doesn't sound too plant-based to me. It's so vague. So that's why I like words like vegan diet. It's very specific. It means you eat nothing that came from an animal. Whether you're vegan or not, a vegan diet is very clear and unambiguous. Yeah, hit the like button if you like these live streams, or if you just like me and think the live streams suck. So what are you talking about, Breeze? What you mean is, should we use the word vegan in front of the word diet if people eat a vegan diet but aren't vegan? Just seems weird. Okay, if people eat a vegan diet but aren't vegan, yeah, like I said, non-vegan people can eat a vegan diet. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing logically troubling or inconsistent about someone eating a vegan diet. Let me give it a great example here, Breeze. Of like, let's say, for instance, let's do this thought experiment. Like, someone's like a Texan rancher. He's a big game hunter. Got a heart attack from eating so much steak. His doctor said, hey, you're 54, my age, and you better stop eating all that meat. In fact, you need to eat completely plants because your heart attack was so severe that you can't risk another heart attack, you'll die. Doctor is forcing this person to eat a vegan diet. But they'll say, okay, begrudgingly listen to their doctor's advice and eat a vegan diet, but still every year travel to Africa and go on big game hunting safaris, killing all the animals and stuff, but still eating a vegan diet because they have to. See what I'm saying there? They're eating a vegan diet and they're not vegan, So I'm saying it's totally logically possible to eat a vegan diet and not have any vegan beliefs whatsoever. But all vegans eat a vegan diet. That's just a truism. There's no way around that. Now something crazy is happening, like their plane crashed and they gotta do what they gotta do. Maybe they're eating their fellow human survivors. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? In real non-crazy situations. Yeah, Jesse 12 string. You can eat plant-based first and then transition to vegan. That's how a lot of us do it. I was very plant-based for a long time, and I finally said, F it. Why am I messing around? Let's just go 100% vegan. Like, why not? Like, just go all the way. Why just say vegan most of the time? You know, just go all the time. And I've not looked back since. The diet of Oreos and vodka. Yeah, it could be considered plant-based, huh, Uncle Walt? Yeah, vodka, made out of potatoes and Oreos, technically vegans. Hey, Dre Starman, not Dr. Esterman. Now, can someone settle this? I know there's people saying Oreos are vegan, but I thought someone checked and they're not technically vegan. What is the final word? Does anyone know? Maybe I should make a video. Are Oreos really vegan? Let me know what you guys have learned, and I'll consider that to be an upcoming video, because I want to make new videos with my new computer and everything, my new setup here. I really want to get down to work, so I need a good topic. So I know Peter sent me a former raw vegan who quit being vegan. I'll check that out. But yeah, let me know if Oreos are vegan. What's that? Yeah, Ryan, you get a tip now. I get a tip now. I didn't get one now. You don't have to leave one. But yeah, I got your name right. Dre Starman, not Dr. Esterman. Let's see. I'm with you, Jay Vegan. I prefer healthier versions of vegan diet, but just because I'm on the older side. I want to try to live healthily a long time. You can eat like crap in your teens and 20s and get away with it, but once you're over 30, you gotta start watching what you eat more. And then also, I'm athletic, so yeah, junk food doesn't do well with me at my age and trying to be athletic still. Okay, Uncle's saying mostly Oreos are vegan, but there's a question about the sugar in them. Okay, maybe it'll be worth a video. It'd be a good clickbait title, right? Are Oreos really vegan? I should do that. I don't think anyone's really made a good video like that before. I'll check it out. I'll do some delving into that matter. Let's see. Okay, what legal rights should animals have? Should it be different for different species? I have no idea. I don't know. What do you think? I have to think that one through. I'm not going to give a knee-jerk answer to that one. Different for different species. I don't think there should be different laws. Just off the top of my head, I mean, why should dogs and cats have protections against cruelty where cows, pigs, and chickens don't? And I'm pretty sure if you can go and hit your neighbor's dog with a baseball bat, you'll probably go to jail. But if you hit I guess if you hit a farmer's property, their cow or pig with a bat, you go to jail because you're interfering with their business practices. But then the farmer can kill the cow whenever they want, for whatever. So no, it seems like if it should pretty much all have the same rights. What do you think? Seems like the way it should be. Why should some animals be more protected like humans, while others fair game, just kill them all, it's all cool, raise them all for slaughter, it's all good. Yeah, I just had to think about that for a second. I just ponder for 2 seconds. Let's see. The links aren't open, Andre. Really? Huh. Let me try to paste a link here for you to our Streamlabs. Let's see. Oops. Here, I'm going to paste a link right now and see if that works for you. All right, see if that works out, Dre Starman. I just pasted it down in the live chat right now. Tina, I'm going to show that. I'm not sure why they got flagged, but that sounds like a good read to me. Sounds like something a vegan would write, huh? Yeah, once you get down to insects, yeah, it's going to be tougher and tougher. I'm just thinking, yeah, for sure for mammals, I'm not sure, yeah, why some animals we protect them and others, yeah, kill them all you want. No, none of our business. That doesn't make any sense. Wow, Bruce, wow, we're getting all deep here tonight. Let's see if I can follow you along. Do we think we should preserve the word vegan as a noun? Yeah, vegan is a noun. I am vegan. We are vegans to describe the philosophical worldview of veganism. Veganism is really the worldview of veganism against animal exploitation instead of a descriptor word. If we're getting to grammar here, yeah, we have vegan as a noun versus vegan as an adjective. Noun means the ethical. It implies or it necessitates the ethical component of vegan. Veganism, nouns. We are vegan. It's the ethical, moral stance against animal cruelty. When you use vegan as an adjective, a modifier of nouns, it's gone. It's not necessary. You've lost that ethical component. Like, say, a vegan ice cream. The ice cream itself is not vegan. Like, it's vegans can eat it. It's consistent with the vegan diet. But it's like the ice cream has moral, ethical beliefs. A vegan wallet. A vegan whatever. So I think as an adjective, if you could understand that, if people can understand that distinction as an adjective, it's just a way of showing people that this is consistent with vegan thinking. And as a noun, yeah, that's where the philosophy is at there, veganism. Yeah, Kippy, you asked good questions. Yeah, for someone who's not vegan, you were cool and respectful, and that's what it's all about here. So thanks for coming along and enjoying. Come back anytime, Kippy. So, I'm not in the full screen. Thank you guys. I'm just, vegan brain frog all the way, So yeah, I'm sure VD can watch any of these live streams and see the many mistakes I make in a 2-hour, 20-minute period and add them all up and go, wow, Ryan suffers from vegan brain frog, Oh, Dre, it's still not working for you? It's okay. No worries. It's all good. Cool. You can always hit the one down below in the YouTube chat down below the, on my screen, I see the happy face icon, a dollar icon, and I don't know, maybe you don't see them all because I'm looking on it from a creator's screen here. Anyway, is lab-grown meat considered vegan? Well, it fits the definition in the sense that animals weren't harmed. As long as they use it to keep it fully vegan, like there's different kinds of serum that it can come from. If it's from a non-animal serum, then it technically would meet that definition. But yeah, you don't have to eat it. It is meat. It's not like a plant-based meat or anything. It is freaking meat. So I guess you could technically eat one that was produced in the non-exploitative way and technically be vegan, but I don't want it. So let's see. All right, Aster, thanks for hanging out with us tonight too. I gotta get going soon too. It's getting late. I'm getting hungry. Been on with you guys almost 2.5 hours. Let's see. Bright Breeze, thanks for the response. Which do you more align with, rights or reduction of suffering? I don't believe in the reduction at all, because if you look at the definition of, you're probably aware of this, it doesn't say anything about reducing harm like reducitarian. No, it's having a moral stance. I believe it's wrong to harm and exploit animals. So by practicing or being consistent with that belief, I am thereby reducing harming animals because I'm not participating in that. I'm not participating purchasing meat and creating more demand for that product. So I think they do go hand in hand if you want to look at it like that. But no, I think it's wrong to harm animals, and reducing harm is great. The numbers, as they get reduced, the numbers of harmed animals get reduced, the more and more pleased I will be. That's just, that's the goal. You want animals to not be harmed more. You want reduction, but the main goal is to not participate in these practices, so they'll be not breeding animals into existence, 80 billion annually right now, to be needlessly killed for our lame purposes. Anyway, Oh, you going to, Sarah? Thanks so much, Sarah, for the gift here. It's up. It's in my turntable right now, and I will listen to it tonight. If not tonight, tomorrow for sure. I will check it. I can't wait to hear it. So thanks so much, Sarah. That was really, really kind of you to send me that picture disc of the Cocteau Twins that you got. You know, it's a vintage 80s, an authentic 80s piece of history there. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Seriously. In a world where there's so many like bad people and hate and bullying, it's cool to have people that do nice, kind things, you know. Just a few kind actions like that can really, you know, go a long way. So thank you, Sarah. Brees, well, I think I didn't see that particular video, maybe not necessarily, but I said, yeah, being vegan, by definition, not by definition, by practice, there is going to be a reduction of harm. Just one person being vegan, there'll be a reduction of harm. And collectively, there'll be an even greater reduction of harm. So I don't know if it's a distinction worth making necessarily. I just think, again, the definition of veganism, it's not really talking about the goal is to reduce harm. The goal is to not exploit animals. And yeah, we know there's a baseline and we want that to go down. So it's kind of implied, even though not explicitly stated. It's implied, of course, we all want the numbers of animals that are harmed to keep decreasing, reducing down to eventually, you know, practically nil. So yeah, it's not explicitly stated, but I think it's just what happens naturally as people become vegan. Parth, I don't know who that is. What is that? Or is that a thing that you mentioned there? I can't even know if I can pronounce it correctly. That's, I don't know, it's making me hungry. Yeah, Jesse. Yeah, no animal consumption. That's the ideal. That's the goal. That's the perfection. Right now, we're not there yet, but yeah, reducing is good. In order to get to no animal consumption, we need to decrease by 5%, 10%. This doesn't happen overnight, like from 100% to zero. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen through reductions. Numbers going down. Oh, okay. Oh, are you talking about, that sounds cool. I kind of like I like watching documentaries from time to time of people who climb the highest summits in the world. That's, you know, it's a crazy sport or whatever you want to call it that I'll never get into. But I do kind of admire it from a distance, from the safety of my couch. Oh, Jesse, your adult son recently gave up dairy? No, it's not perfect, but it's harm reduction. That's a great start. I agree with you 100% there. If we say to people it's all or nothing, yeah, turn off. It's like, no, I didn't just go vegan like that. It was a long process. But when I went vegan, it was just like that. But to get there, it was a multi-yeared process. So yeah, I'd check that out. Yeah, thanks for recommending that. Is it on YouTube or who has that, Parth? Yeah, I agree with you, Brace, that rights and reduction are similar, but different. I agree with you. I think the reduction just happens as a natural byproduct of people being vegan, by people acknowledging that animals have rights. If you acknowledge animals have rights and you live a lifestyle where you respect the rights of animals, there will be a reduction in the harm of animals. I think that's how I see it, at least. It's on Netflix. So thanks for reminding me about that, Parth. Unfortunately, I don't have Netflix right now, so I'll let you guys know when I have Netflix. If you see a live stream in the future, Parth, and you hear me talking about having Netflix, let me know, and I'll check it out. Those are just kind of cool, just me to just watch kind of by myself if Andrew's doing something. Okay, for sure, I think lab-grown products are great. Not necessarily for vegans. We're just like 3% of the world at best, you know. It's for the other 97% who don't want to give up meat. But if you give them meat, and if it wasn't produced in a way where the animal had to be killed to produce that meal or bit for them, yeah, I'm totally cool with that. Yeah, I have high hopes for lab-grown meat to bring the numbers, the reducing, you know, of killing down. we'll see. It's still not quite there as a primetime product yet, but it's getting closer and closer. You know, I know there's a few places where you can get it at, which wasn't true, like, say, 5 years ago. I'm getting pretty hungry, guys. So, any last minute questions or anything here? Let me move this out of the way. 1 second, guys. Anything before I go? 3%. I think, Uncle, that's probably a number that's representative of like the Western world. But once you factor in, like, say, Asia, Africa, I don't think the numbers are going to be 3% anymore. But yeah, I think if you're looking at the Western world, United States, particularly the English-speaking world, I think it's going to be, maybe a bit above that 3%. But once you get the rest of the planet involved, like, how many billions of people are in China, very not vegan culture there. That's going to bring the numbers down. And I'm not bagging on Chinese. You guys know I'm Chinese. So I'm just stating, what I think are, what's the reality of that. Yeah, Brees, I have to think about that through more. I have to think that through more. But yeah, there could be some problems looking or advocating veganism as a reduction in harm philosophy. I have to think that through more. You do have a good point. I'll try to dedicate some thought to that matter. Yeah, I just haven't really thought about it too much, but I'll churn that through in the old brain here. But I suspect, you can have some logical consequences, like you're pointing out here, about just killing fewer animals is preferred. But go out and hunt, but don't hunt as many. There are some problems that could be a consequence of that position. So I'll think about it more. Thanks for bringing that distinction up. That's something, I know there's a distinction, but I don't really churn through that topic all that much in my mind. Thanks, Shoe Vegan. I'm pretty tired right now. I'm glad you think I look young, fresh, and energetic. I didn't go to the gym today, by the way. I lifted, but I didn't go to the gym because I went on Wednesday because we took Bodie to the vet on Tuesday, and I just didn't feel like going back today. I wanted to work on my computer some more and get it all up and running. So I just did bicep stuff today. Let's see how my biceps are looking, guys. Check it out. Okay, unflexed. Let's see. I know the carnivore guys are going to laugh, right? But anyway, I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder. I'm just a basketball player. Let's try one more pump here. Nothing. Just trying to get a little bit stronger there so I can go up and grab the rebounds and push off people. That's it. Nothing big. Again, not a bodybuilder. I don't even know what bodybuilding is. I'm training for basketball, and part of training for basketball is get some more upper body strength. In addition, a lot of lower body strength. Lower body is the priority, but I don't want my upper body to just all be like nothing, So I do put some work into that as well, as most people who train for basketball do, but it's not the priority. I'm not trying to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger or whatever his name is. It's not bad. No, this guy's 50 with huge guns. I'm just a long, lean dude. You guys got to remember, I'm nearly 6'5", really long arms. My wingspan is like 6'9" or something like that. Like, professional basketball dimensions here, for like a guard, not like a center or something like that. But yeah, long arms, long, lean arms. Meat good for bodybuilding? Maybe so, but I could probably point out a few vegan bodybuilders who have a better physique than you do there, Dill. Have you ever been on the cover of a fitness magazine? Yes or no? Because I know vegans who have. It's training and genetics. I don't have the genetics for it, and I haven't been lifting all that long. And when I do lift, I'm not really doing lifts that make big muscles. I'm doing lifts that make me more explosive typically. I'm not training to just get the biggest, bulkiest physique. That's not really what, like, say, Michael Jordan looks like or anything. Even though he's cut and ripped, he doesn't look like a bodybuilder, with all the big, bulky stuff. Anyway, rock climbing. No, That sounds not fun for me. If you guys like rock climbing, totally cool. I'm just saying for me, that doesn't have any appeal. I just know that would be a lot. It'd be a lot of suffering. I'm not sure what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight. I might make I was talking about making the kale pilaf, the first dish in the Happy Healthy Vegan cookbook. Get the book, guys, if you haven't got it already. But yeah, I'm gonna make the first dish. Here, I'll show you one more time, because I know I can make that. I heard Angie just start pouring a bath, so I can where'd it go? Yeah, making this dish right here. Rice, beans, kale. I hope so too, AJ Vintage. I know it's been a weird week with Bodie sick and me just like stuck in this room getting the computer systems all happening here, but thank you. So anyway, I'm getting pretty tired, guys. I've been on 2.5 hours. I think it's a good time to quit now. I can start thinking about making some dinner for us. So I want to thank everyone. I'm glad we had a whole array of moderators. My uncle was consistently here the whole time, and then we had a little bit there with Tracy, who is a longtime moderator but been super busy since she moved, bought a new house, and doing all the decorating and just whatever she's doing now just to fix it up before she moves in. So thanks. And Peter, if you're still watching, Peter, hope you're feeling better, and thanks for sending me that link. I'll check my Instagram for it. And speaking of which, if any of you guys want to follow me on, I don't have my Instagram handy here, but I can give you my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. I make posts there most every day. It's twitter.com/Ryan Lum. Actually, I'll pull up my Instagram really quick. I'll get the link for that too. I should have it. I should have that link handy, and I apologize for not, but I have it right here. Ryan Lum Rocks. In fact, I just made a tweet about this live stream earlier, so come see me on Twitter. Let me paste the link for that. Yeah, follow me on my social medias. If you follow me, don't worry, I'm not going to like clog up your feed or anything like that. I don't post all the time. I don't even post every day, but just kind of share tidbits from my life. If you want to see more behind the scenes of what Ryan's doing, just going out, having fun, working out, training, all that, just whatever's kind of cool, I'll share on there. So anyway, guys, so thanks so much. Thanks everyone. Thanks for everyone who left the super chat tips tonight. Renee, Jen Marie for the super generous one there, $20. Groundhog 11ish and Renee, your several ones, Atomic Vegan and Dr. Bear. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting us and just everyone just for being so cool and showing us so much love. And you guys really I tell you, can lift the spirits of a person who's not feeling the happiest. So thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. So next week, hopefully we'll have some more videos for you. I got my new computer. It's all set to go now. I'm ready to record videos. So I just need some new topics, and you should see something. I promised on Wednesday we're going to debut our music video, Smile, on the Happy Healthy Vegan channel. We didn't because we were running errands all day yesterday, and we didn't know if we could be back by like 5 or 6 p.m. to be there with you. So look for that next week. So we should have a good week next week. New video, hopefully, music video premiere on this channel. And another live stream again Friday. Maybe I'll do a midweek one. So I'm going to hopefully get back in my groove now and just not just deal with weird problems all the time. So anyway, guys, thank you so much, and bless you all. And I'll be thinking about some good videos for next week, guys. So until next time, let's all stay happy. What's that, Peter? Where the video was? Let's see. Okay. Anyway, guys, so let's stay happy, healthy, and vegan, guys. See you guys with a bunch of content hopefully next week. Bye, guys.